Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. You already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. Listen, tonight we got ourselves a hell of a topic. We're going to be discussing Mark Williams and everything that he's going to be looking to bring to the Charlotte Hornets. We all know all things Lamelo Ball around here. We got a lot of things to discuss. Lamelo, obviously, he has a lot of things on his plate this season. And one of those, in my humble opinion, is the importance of elevating Mark Williams, to that next level. It's time to take that next leap. Oftentimes in this league, young big men, they kind of stay in a stagnated position. It's time to break the mold. You see what's going on with Turner. You see what's going on out there with DeAndre Ayton. We want to get Mark Williams to a level like that and beyond. How can it be? Lamelo Ball definitely has the keys to make it happen. Now, what does it look like? These are going to be the very important questions that we will tackle tonight. Also a lot of things to discuss involving the Charlotte Hornets organization as a whole. We're going to get into it all. Salute to everybody in the chat. Shout out Rap Guy Reloaded. Shout out Dex. Salute to everybody. You already know what it is. Listen, I got my man All Access in the building. Dex, talk to the people. We live.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up the Flight Sports TV for this exciting episode of the content that we deliver night in and night out. But before we get to that stage of the stream, it's incumbent on all of us who are down with Flight Sports TV to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, especially if you're new. And if you're returning, that means that you like the previous stream that you witnessed. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss one iota of an exuberant experience. And we want to thank Flight and all of his time and space and his activity to bring forth a illustrious stream tonight by humbly inviting us to a front row seat to this extravaganza. Like another exhilarating topic, and hopefully the stream can even hold up to the topic entitled Mark Williams. That is an interesting implant to this new Charlotte Hornets team. And these Charlotte Hornets are on a journey through the thickets of the NBA landscape. And they are trying for the first time in their franchise history is traverse to a championship. Now, we might be a little ahead of ourselves thinking championship mode. But nevertheless, I'm quite sure that every team that suits up for the 2023-24 season have been locked and loaded and focused on an endeavor to win the Lombardi, excuse me, not the Lombardi Trophy, the Larry O'Brien Trophy. So the addition of Mark Williams and the other new pieces that has been amalgamated to the Charlotte Hornets roster, how can them, Mark Williams leading the pack, be able to assist in getting Charlotte out of the pangs, pain of disappointment each and every year? The Charlotte Hornets is under a new dispensation, and can this group of guys get them into a playoff scenario and advance to at least a second round representation? We all know intelligence starts with inquiry. And so that's all we're doing right now. We're just inquiring. We're just showing inquisitive minds. And we understand that there is a new regime heading the Charlotte Hornets. Uncle Vern called it the new Sheriffington. And by this new regime entering into this new dispensation for the Hive, we want to know, can the Charlotte Hornets hold up and finish the season standing up on 2 feet, entering uncharted territory, the Charlotte Hornets, with Lamelo Ball at the helm? The productivity that he has to navigate through the challenging terrain. Do Lamelo Ball know enough to be victorious in this challenging terrain of the NBA landscape? Can LaMelo fight his way out of that rectangle, that 90 feet rectangle, and take his team from despair to more breathtaking moments? Do LaMelo have the muster to do this? Can Mark Williams couple LaMelo and be somewhat of a fulcrum with his young, athletic size and ability that is a prototype for wing players in the NBA in this era? Can it be done?
That's the million dollar question.
Talk about pressure. We heard how LaMelo my pops told me about pressure. And he said pressure is not knowing when you're going to get your next meal. Pressure is not knowing how you're going to put a roof over your head, clothes on your back. He said that's pressure. What I do here in the Queen City is not pressure. That's not pressure to me. All I need to do is be healthy, add none, and perform according to the task at hand and the schematics of Steve Clifford and the coaching staff on a night in and night basis, and we shall prevail. When you look at the Charlotte Hornets in past seasons with Lamelo Ball since 2020, you see the direction looked at flimsy. It looked at like a seesaw, teeter-tottering on the brink of disaster. The gyroscope was swinging back and forth erratically. The direction of the Charlotte Hornets and the blueprint that was set forth since 2020 is still unseen. Or was it even a blueprint? Was it just a haphazard moment for the Charlotte Hornets coming in off of the pandemic? I don't know. Only Mike can answer that. Because when you honestly look at that blueprint, what it did for me, Flight, according to my observation, and maybe I could be looking at it from a wrong side. Maybe I could be looking at it with rose painted glasses on the negative. Maybe I could be looking at it from another dimension and where the spectrum is a little blurry, where the pixelation is not clear. I don't know. I could be wrong, but to me, that blueprint, if it was a blueprint, is like a map being designed by an unskilled lunatic masquerading as a world-renowned topographer. And basically what I'm saying is that it was a roadmap to nowhere. Like, we need Lamelo to be a part of the winning circle, be a part of a winning culture. Can Lamelo Ball, the new $260 million man, the only player that ever wore a Charlotte Hornets uniform / Bobcat uniform, receive the rookie max extension? The only player in the history of the franchise, and it goes back to '88. So, if that is the case, then the former owner, Michael Jordan, to me, it's debatable and it's arguable, but to me, from all the basketball that I've watched, I give it to Mike. I have no problem with it. Magic is my guy, but I give it to Mike for what he did for basketball on the court, and sprouted the game globally, which is now teeming with uber athleticism.
Dix, I have a
I
question.
know, hold on one second. I know Michael Jordan was the spinoff of Dr. J and to some degree Dave Thompson, but nevertheless, he took it to its height as a player. So we have to understand real quick. We have to understand that we have to break the language barrier. And I believe that Mike had no interest in breaking that language barrier. Because when you look at an orange, which is a fruit, right? When you look at an orange, I can call it orange in English. Someone else can call it or pronounce it differently in another language. But once I describe what I'm speaking of, or once I describe the actual fruit to bring commonality to where we can have an understanding at the lowest common denominator, I would describe it orange, with a peel inside juicy pork that tastes wonderful, right? That's palatable on the taste buds. And then I show it to the person that knows this fruit, but pronounce it differently based on his language. And then they'll be like, oh, yes, yes, okay, understand. And then I say orange. And then they say orange with the accent that they have. And now we have a level of agreement. But according to the old phase of the Charlotte Hornets, if we're talking championship or competitive playoff run, then we have witnessed from last season to 2020. This season is yet to be known. The fabric of the antithetical draft antics that is going into a different direction. Championship, never. Championship culture driven franchise is remain to be seen for this season. But once they signed Frankie Cigarettes, I said, oh my God, more of the same. Once they announced the signing of RJ Hunter, I said, oh my God, what are they doing? Are they tanking already before they start? Where are the players that's going to make a difference? I believe those two signings was the last remnant of the fingerprint of Michael Jordan being the proxy leader, of Michael Jordan being the veto power of the Charlotte Hornets. Now, since that era is over with, Frankie Cigarettes is signed because we already know that had to be already in the making. RJ Hunter is signed because we already know that had to be in the making. Now let's see from this point on, September 1st, how the new administration and the new ownership move forward. There's no time to be treading on eggshells. Let's make a powerful punch to make a powerful impact into starting the season for the Hive the right way, because the presence of Brandon Miller on the side of the Lamelo ball got the Hive buzzing to some degree. And let me tell you, when I finish, Michael Jordan never got his North Star. He's seen a glimmer and a slimmer of light in Kimball Walker. Michael Jordan received his North Star. And we know the North Star is the brightest star in the sky with LaMelo Ball. So let's stop the cyclical nonsense. Let's stop the cycle of nonsense and playing 50-50 ownership, winning, and fanfare, and go all out and get the mustard on the hot dog front.
Good call, Dex. We got this guy. Yeah, you know some dude named Jay, Dex?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you've been
I
on the
don't
channel
know, Jay,
before?
but
I think this is my first time, but I've been listening to what y'all saying.
All right.
Does Michael
You're
Jordan
not,
still?
you're not trolling, are you?
Huh?
You ain't come on here to troll, did you?
No, I have a question.
I'm just saying that if you're gonna come on the troll, you're just gonna get kicked out, and then you ain't gonna never be back. So, do you want to waste my time, your time? I'm just saying.
No, I have a question. Can I ask
All
it?
right, because I can't babysit you.
Okay. Does Mike still own a little bit of the Hornets?
What you say?
Does Mike still own a little bit of the Hornets or no?
Michael Jordan is definitely around. He gave up his
Yes, he
minority
still own a
ownership.
little bit of the. He still own a
Yeah.
percentage of the Hornets.
Okay.
No, he just gave up the minority ownership.
Okay.
No, Mike gave up the majority.
Yo,
He's a minority owner now.
Do you guys think he'll
you
still be
right?
like?
Yeah, he gave up the majority, so he doesn't. He doesn't
Yeah,
have the
you're
veto
right. You're right.
power. That's what he gave up. He gave up his veto right, so he don't have the last word. He could have an influential word, but not the last word.
Okay. You think Mark could win Defensive Player of the Year or nah? Not yet.
No, not yet. Not me. I don't know about Flight, but I don't think he
Yeah.
can win Defensive Player of the Year. Not yet, because he don't know basketball yet. He doesn't know basketball. He's a one and done at Alabama, right? He
Yeah.
stunk up the tournament, so he
Yeah.
got a lot of
He,
basketball ahead of him.
he went to Duke.
Yeah. That's Brandon
Oh, you
Miller.
said Mark Williams. Oh, my bad. I'm
Yeah.
talking about Brandon Miller. I'm stuck on Brandon Miller. Oh, Mark Williams.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it could be mentioned, but I don't know if he'll win over some of the brand names that's already established himself as defensive player.
Yeah.
He has to at least be. He has to at least. I mean, like really dominating coming in as his second year um, to even be mentioned with the known defenders because they're going to give those guys the benefit of the doubt first.
Yeah. I think they got to get rid of Terry. I
You
think they
get
got
rid of who? You said who?
Terry.
Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
I
I
think
don't.
Terry probably be gone. He could be gone by All Star break.
Isn't he like 30, man? Got to get rid of him. I'm sorry.
He could be gone by All Star break because he do have an attractive enough contract with still multiple years on it that can garner him some attention and support
Yeah.
for a contender. If Charlotte kind of like fades, they might give up on Terry like they did Plumlee last season. Could do the exact same thing.
Who did they get? Did they get Reggie Jackson? What happened to Reggie? I don't even know
No,
what happened with
no,
that.
Reggie. I don't know what's up with Reggie. I don't know if he's still with the Clippers or what. I haven't really checked into that
No,
because
because
that's
I
really not.
remember they had him and then something happened with him.
Who, Charlotte?
Yeah, Reggie. They traded like Plumlee and some picks or something like that for
Oh,
Reggie. I don't know.
I think Reggie probably didn't show up. I think he didn't ever report to the team. I don't think.
Because at the end of the season, I saw him on the Nuggets. I'm like, what is that? Bro?
He wasn't going to that. He wasn't leaving the Clippers and going to Charlotte. I mean, that wasn't. I don't think Reggie's trying to do that. He was like, I wait for the buyout market
Yeah.
because I think that's what Reggie expected, if I'm not mistaken. I think now that you mention it, I think he was waiting on the buyout market, and I don't think anybody. I don't know if anybody bought his service or not.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure because he didn't play 1 minute in a Charlotte uniform. He never reported.
Because I was happy about that. Because Reggie's actually a good like role player. But I don't know what
Yeah, I don't think. I think he didn't want to. I don't know. Somebody could read into that, find out. Maybe the chat might have more information about that.
happened. Well, I think they're gonna be like a playing team.
Well, that. Are you saying that's their stealing, right? You think they're stealing as a playing team?
Yeah, I don't think playoffs yet because they don't got enough like pieces.
Well, they could make some moves at All Star break. It's a possibility because we've seen that happen before with teams in the past. They
Yeah,
make a good move at All Star break, and it compel them to another level. And next thing you know, they're somewhere in the
I
slots,
did they
the
got to
first
move Frank.
6 slots.
They got to
Yeah,
move
that's
Frank.
Frankie cigarette.
Yeah, Frank.
But I don't think that moves the pendulum forward. I think if you use Frank as a battery and you put a negative charge and a positive charge, two poles on each side, I think the negative would ring before the positive.
How
And
how
they
many
also
games
got
is
RJ
Miles
Hunter.
suspended?
Miles suspended for 10 games coming into the season.
Damn,
The
shit.
first 10 games, that I don't think that really matters. Because if the Charlotte Hornets can go 4-6 in 10 games, that's a win-win for them.
Yeah. I think they should tank this year. I don't know who's in the draft. I think that kid Cooper, what's his name? Cooper Flag. I think he in the draft, right? Next
Oh,
year.
come on. Cooper Flag. Come on, man.
Nah, he's
Oh,
nice. He's nice. I know he's
I
nice.
understand Cooper Flag. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's another sensational YouTube stuff or social media stuff.
But
I'm
they
not with
if
that.
they, if they
We
if they're gonna
we
be a playing
we,
team, what's the point? You know what I
we
mean?
got to see Cooper Flag in the tournament.
Okay,
That's what separates the men from the boys.
okay, yeah,
All this stuff on YouTube and Black Court, that
yeah.
don't mean anything because them guys ain't out there to
Right.
really,
You're right.
you know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
If he get in that tournament and he turn loose like a Chet Holmgren, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of
Yeah,
stuff, where
yeah.
you have some type of domination, then I might say, yeah,
Is
Cooper
Chip playing
Flag
this year?
is who?
Is Chip?
Chet Holmgren, yes. He's projected to start the season off healthy.
What
We will
happens?
see we will see Chet Holmgren in training camp in preseason.
What happened to him?
Well, he got injured in the Pro Am League up in Seattle
Oh,
trying to
come
defend
on.
LeBron James going to the rim. His body just cracked on him,
Oh my
and he
God.
folded like a lawn chair.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, he made a business decision that didn't go well.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Bad business decision.
That's
He
stupid.
should just let LeBron have that little layup.
Yeah.
So now Chet Holmgren is in a situation that Ben Simmons was in his second year, and Ben Simmons won Rookie of the Year from that situation, and he's been getting big paychecks ever since. So maybe Chet Holmgren can do the same thing, win Rookie of the Year as a second year player. So that remains to be seen also. So there's a lot of exciting things that's going on in the league with young players. And Lamelo Ball, he's coming off of an injury riddled season and disappointing and not being able to be a mainstay for his team because he had those ankle issues. So now he has to come in and show and prove himself. LaMelo Ball, according to some NBA pundits and analysis, they got him ranked pretty low as a point guard. So his
You still got to prove
status,
so much.
yeah, his status kind of dipped a little bit, and
Yeah.
that putting people over him that I don't believe is better than him. So
What
that's
do they?
something that's probably going to tick LaMelo Ball off also.
I mean, all those Ball brothers are always injured or out of the league.
Yeah, that's the nature of things sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes the cards don't fall your way every time. But
Yeah,
guess what?
yeah.
As long as you have the ability to bounce back, that's all that matters.
Let's see. Let's see.
Because a lot of people have written off early injured players before and they bounce back and become some of the greats.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep, but it's what's your name?
My
You
name
get
is All Access Dex and Flight
okay.
is the other gentleman.
I gotta go. All right.
Just subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, my man.
Okay.
Well,
For sure.
this is first day coming on here.
Yeah.
I
I've been,
appreciate
I've
you.
been listening though. Have a nice night, y'all.
All right, you too.
All right.
So
Yeah.
Flight, basically there you have it. We had a little discussion about LaMelo Ball having a lot to prove, and a lot of the highs feel the same thing. So especially for them not drafting Scoot Henderson,
Mm.
so they putting a lot of that not drafting Scoot Henderson on LaMelo. Okay, since we didn't draft Scoot, so everything is on you now. You feel me?
Yeah.
So those are the residuals of the split fan base right now in Charlotte. But I know LaMelo is a uniter. So when Lamelo gets back on that court, all of the Scoot Henderson um, guys, I think Lamelo will bring them back to the high in a solidarity form.
Good, good. You're absolutely right, Dex. I believe that the Charlotte Hornets are going to be better than advertised. A lot of people are writing them off, but they're going to be just fine. LaMelo just got to enhance on these guys. These guys got good potential. Like I said, Mark Williams, I think is key. I think he could be the wild card. You put him alongside a guy like Miles, along with your young talent. Things start to look like something out there. But Mark Williams is the X factor. If he can take that next step, I think he'll be all bets is off. I'm telling you, I think that can accelerate the process. The Charlotte Hornets, and move them forward. We got my man Big Al.
What do you mean by the X factor?
What'd you say? What'd you say, Dex?
Yeah, before Big Al go, could you explain X factor? I mean, what do you mean by X factor?
Well, I think that he could be a guy like an extra major piece. Like obviously everybody's key on the team, but when you look at the offensive dynamics of LaMelo, obviously I think Miles is going to take a serious leap. Last season it was just LaMelo and hopefully somebody gets hot. I think Miles is going to be that guy. They could always use a third option. We still don't know what the hell is going on, with them free agent wise. What are they going to do with some of these guys? So right now, I think that Mark Williams could be a guy that nobody's necessarily thinking about, and he could take the next step. Let's say Mark Williams takes it up to nearly 20 plus a game, and getting a double, some shit like that.
20-something points a game.
I didn't say 20 and 10. I said almost 20.
Well, it's almost like you gotta plant your flag now. You can't be all over the place.
Listen,
because you said X factor. That's a big thing.
Flight. Dex is a bit hate, didn't he?
Yeah. Dex definitely. No, I mean, trying to get some good insight. I mean, like I said, Mark Williams, he just gotta, in my humble opinion, just keep rolling. Last season, Mark Williams averaged 9 points, 7 rebounds. So let's say if Mark Williams can take it up a notch to 15.
Okay, let me share something with you. First of all, I'm not a hater. I want LaMelo to excel. I want LaMelo in the playoffs because I want to shut up the haters and naysayers that's against LaMelo. Secondly,
I didn't hear that part.
He said that's Big Al.
I said it.
Big Al.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, and also remember this. Mark Williams got the numbers that he received on a horrible, I'm talking about god awful Charlotte Hornets team because everybody was hurt. And then once they knew they wasn't playing for anything, I mean, who was out there really giving it their all? They couldn't wait for an opportunity to go to Cancun. And that was damn near right after All-Star break. They was already checked out.
So, Dex, you saying Mark Williams' numbers were inflated?
Of course. Okay. But I'm going to tell you this, though, about Mark Williams. No, let me finish. That's what I'm saying is facts. Because I'm only following where the data leads me. Wherever the data leads me, that's what I'm going to chime in on. I'm not going to invent data out of the air. That team, we all know was god awful. If it wasn't for Houston, if it wasn't for Detroit, if it wasn't for San Antonio, all fighting for that number 1 slot to draft Victor Wembanyama, Charlotte could have been one of the bottom 2 teams. Because they beat some Detroit teams. They beat some Detroit games. And we all know what Detroit was doing. It was no K. Yeah, Killian Hayes is out there just acting a fool. I mean, come on, really? They don't even talk about Killian Hayes as a cornerstone of the franchise. You look over there at Houston, they just had a bunch of deers running up and down the court trying to learn how to play basketball according to Coach Silas. Because that's what he said,
Matt
right?
Hayes made a
Hey,
good
Dexter.
point.
We already know what happened with Pop in San Antonio. You feel me? So we already know what happened there. So
Matt
um,
Matt Hayes
Killian
made a good.
Hayes, Killian Hayes had a good year. You know, he's
yeah, he had a good year, but I mean, it's a god
no,
awful
but he did
team.
have a
Like,
good year last year, Dex. I like what I seen. So let's
no, no, I agree. But listen, what I'm saying though, I'm comparing it because Detroit wasn't going anywhere. So a
mm,
lot of players be checked out faster than you think.
So
And
okay, so
who else was there to even help Killian Hayes? Basically, everybody else was like rookies.
Dex, I had a question. So you said Mark Williams' numbers were inflated. All right, on a bad
Not
team.
saying that he
Can
wasn't
I, can
good.
I,
I'm
can
not
I
saying he
speak,
wasn't
please?
good. So
Okay.
don't lead that narrative because I
Oh,
like
okay.
Mark Williams. I was one
All
of the
right.
first on board with Mark Williams.
I got you. I got you. So what about because a lot of people were repping Jalen Duran and saying he had a great year. So how does he compare to Mark
I didn't
Williams?
pay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't pay attention to no Jalen Durham.
Oh,
For
okay.
what? For what?
I
You
get
know
it.
what I'm saying? Now, only reason why I'm familiar with Mark Williams is because he plays on Charlotte and Lamelo Ball is there. If Lamelo Ball wasn't there with Charlotte, I wouldn't know nothing about Charlotte. I wouldn't even know Michael Jordan told the team. That's how far removed I was.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
But Mark
hey,
Williams,
listen. I
he
don't
is
mean to
a
cut you
good
off,
player.
Dex,
Oh,
but
okay.
Jalen Duran is averaging the same amount of points as Mark Williams. He's averaged 9 points and he had 8 rebounds. So I believe what he have a rebound over him. Yeah, 1 rebound over him. They averaged the same amount of points, but Duran had 1 extra rebound.
And
Okay.
Go ahead. I
Jalen
just
was
wanted
playing
to add.
more, and Jalen Durham was playing more of the year because they didn't have a darn
What
Plumlee
team do we
and
play for again?
the Pistons, man.
Okay. The Piston list.
But the
The
point
Detroit
is,
Piston list. Because they ain't got no fire. They ain't got no spark.
but
So
now,
that's what a Piston is.
so I
No,
kept
no,
up. I kept
they
up
got
with
a little
all that.
team now, Dex.
Yeah, I
Come on,
kept
man.
up.
Stop like.
On that.
Maybe got a little team that you do some content on because you ain't did nothing on it yet.
Come on, man.
So I don't know how much the team they got, how much you really believe.
Look,
You ain't put 8 minutes to it.
y'all got to put out content. It's
I'm
like,
just saying, if you believe, you believe.
yeah, should we I just put out a K Cunningham video not too long ago. You know,
Hmm.
literally like
I
less
hear
than
you.
so he
I
did
hear you.
an open run out there. K
Yeah,
did.
but forget Detroit. Forget Detroit. They not on nobody's radar, to be honest with you. But we're talking about the Charlotte Hornets, Mark Williams, who's upping. Oh shit. Damn, these motherfuckers out here driving reckless. They try to run me off the fucking road. Yeah, we're talking
Uh-oh, that,
um
that's why the sound of the stream so bad because on the
yeah.
road, the outside again.
I've been trying to put my noise canceling on, but shit, I don't
It's
know
not
why it's
working.
not working.
It's not working, bro.
Maybe I need to put it on my ears. They working better now? Oh, no, that's really bad. But anyway, Mark Williams is an up and coming star, and he's gonna be in this league a very long time. But the only thing I'm saying is that Charlotte was so devastated last season. Somebody had to do something. That's the only thing I'm saying. That's why I'm saying his numbers were inflated to the degree where there wasn't hardly no Gordon Hayward, there wasn't no Kelly Oubre, there wasn't no Miles, there wasn't no Lamelo, and it wasn't no Dennis Smith Jr. You understand what I'm saying now? When
Okay,
those
so
guys,
let me ask you this then, because Alperin Shangoon, Houston's not a great team, but
why
a
you
lot of
keep telling me
can
about
I
these
finish?
nothing ass
Can
teams?
I, but
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to explain to you the significance of Mark Williams. That's all. But Alperin Sangu, a lot of NBA pundits really talk about him and say he's a solid center. He's not a rookie now. Mark is. On one outing when he played them, I think it was the first one, he dominated Alperin. He dominated him. So I think Mark Williams is Melo, Mark Williams, and Bridges can be the new age version of LA Clippers when Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan were doing their thing. There you go.
You got to compare Mark Williams to other young up and coming, not no
What's wrong with that?
Alfred
What's wrong with
Spurs. Alfred Seeger. He's not. He's going to be a journeyman at best.
No,
The
no.
Houston Rockets can't wait. Listen, the Houston Rockets can't wait for some young with some spring in his knees to come in there, and that dude is out. He's gone. He's done.
But
He's not
they
no
compare.
all-star.
Okay, but listen, they compare him to the Joker though, because he's a do it all type center.
Okay, do you compare him to the Joker?
Yeah, I'm a basketball enthusiast. So yeah, I do.
You guys hear
I
this?
watched.
So you hear this? He compared Alfred to the Joker.
Yeah, I
How,
mean,
when
he's
they're on
okay.
the opposite end of the
Listen.
spectrum,
It's
how can
not
you compare
about how.
somebody like that? You
Okay,
must be a masochist.
he's not as good as Mark. Not Mark. He's not as good as Joker. The point is, his game is similar.
You tell
They
me,
can,
breaking news like Alfred
I
is
can hear,
really the Joker. That's
bro. You need to
breaking
go
news.
inside, man. You need to go inside. You breaking up so damn bad. I don't understand what you're saying, bro. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What did you just say?
I said, can you hear me now? I said, that's breaking news at Flight Sports TV that Alfred is not as good as the Joker. You just broke news. I had the slightest idea that was a reality.
I'm just saying, Alperen Sengun has a game that's similar to the Joker. He's not as good as the
Oh
Joker.
no, yeah, you tripping. That nigga's trash.
Thank you. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man. Because he's trying to big up. No, he's confabulating because he's trying to big up Mark Williams.
Okay, so
I just
Flight.
said Mark Williams is not trash. He's nowhere near trash. He's on the upswing.
I'm talking to Flight. Flight.
But he ain't no all-star.
Can I finish?
He won't even be in the all-star list
Dex, can I?
to even vote for.
You don't know basketball, Dex. Can I ask?
I know I don't. Go ahead, Big Al.
Hey, Flight. So
Spew your diatribe.
So who is going to be the starting center for the Houston Rockets, Flight? Since he's
Who cares? You gotta be kidding me.
Over the coach. The Houston might be really good this year.
You gonna fuck around and get traded?
He only got what he got. Yeah, thank you, Flight, for crying out loud. The man only got what he got.
Flight, I'm questioning no basketball.
Brooks. They signed
I'm questioning no basketball intellect too.
Right, they're moving in a good direction. I agree.
I'm questioning
but what I'm saying is that he can't bring in a whole new 20-man roster.
No basketball.
I know we don't, but go ahead, Al. You the boy.
Is not that bad. He ain't garbage. He just okay. Never mind. You know
somebody got to get paid on the basketball team. Big Al. You cannot not pay nobody. Only Michael Jordan was getting away with that, not paying nobody.
Right. That's true.
But first of all, Al, I don't know. When I think of Sengun, I wouldn't.
You're not trash though.
Right now, I wouldn't even compare Sengun to Jaren Jackson Jr. They got a lot of.
Jaren Jackson's better. He ain't even on that level. I don't know why he even threw this nigga name out there like that. Jaren Jackson ain't even all that either, but his level, he ain't on the Jaren Jackson level.
Right. You tripping on that one.
Jaren Jackson, I said he nice, but I don't look at Jaren Jackson like he Anthony Davis.
He ain't on no Brook Lopez level.
He better than Anthony Davis.
Is declining though.
Brook Lopez is in the running for defensive player of the year. How's he declining?
Jaren Jackson is better than Anthony Davis, bro.
No, did you see he was at one point during the season, he was the number one on that ladder of defensive player of the year. He was number one. I think he kind of got broke down a little bit.
Who you talking about?
What his numbers, Brook
Lopez. He kind of got broke down. Then Giannis got hurt. And when Brook Lopez came back, basically, he I guess he just tried to make it through to have a full season. So he wasn't going as hard for shots and stuff like that. One time, Brook Lopez was manning that rim.
Listen, if Mark figured out his jump shot, he better than Brook Lopez.
Go look at some early articles on Brook Lopez in 2022.
Mark got a jump shot. They talked about him shooting threes at one point.
Why are you inserting Mark in a conversation that he never should have been inserted in? Because nobody said he was that bad. Nobody said that. You equated him with these other players. You compared him to these other players that you shouldn't even compare Mark with. Mark is on an upswing. You follow what
All
I'm
right.
saying?
Okay.
He's trending north.
I
Yeah,
got
he's trending north.
I got
These
you.
other
All
guys
right.
are leveled out and trending south. Shit.
I feel like you was shitting on him at one point. That's all my fault.
No, how can you say that?
Okay.
See,
All right.
because only you heard me say his numbers was inflated on a bad team. That wasn't not true. That team was god awful. It was a sore. You saw it.
But the
Right.
point is, you said that his numbers were inflated.
It
So
was. Who
basically,
was there?
basically, basically,
No, what starter was there besides Terry
you're
Rozier? And even he
insinuating
got
that
hurt.
this man won't produce when they get good, and he start playing really good.
No, what I said his numbers going to dip. I'm not saying he's going to not produce. That's see, when you guys think produce is all about scoring. See, that's something that I don't base good basketball on. You just
I
got to score. You got to score.
I forgot
You
about
understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm basing Mark Williams' ascendancy based on him knowing how to play basketball. I believe Mark Williams know how to play basketball. You follow what I'm saying? He's not one of these guys like Kai Jones. He's not one of these guys like JT Thor, still trying to figure it out in year 4. No. He came in knowing how to play basketball.
I agree.
He
Yeah.
was teammates with Paulo down in Duke, and they was a good tandem.
Yep. You're right.
He
You're
came
right.
in the league knowing how to play basketball. He just didn't have the opportunity to show it based on
Okay.
the
Okay.
lineup with Plumlee.
Okay. I got another question. So, Mark Williams. So, as far as his ceiling, who would you compare him to ceiling wise?
I think Mark Williams can make maybe 2, maybe 3 All Stars.
No, I'm talking about a well-known player that you think Mark Williams can mature into as a player.
Theo Rattler.
What? Theo? Okay, man. Whatever. That's. I feel like you shitting on him, man.
See,
Theo Ratliff.
the problem is
Oh
when it
man.
comes to centers, even though the NBA is trying to make them important again, I really don't care unless somebody's going to break up the argument between Embiid and Nurkic. I mean, not Nurkic, Joker. My fault, Joker. And now people are putting Joker in a tier by himself, and then Embiid and Gobert in a tier. And some people put Sabonis in that tier. So until one of these young guys enter that tier, I don't care about what points and rebounds they put up.
But but I feel like I don't see. I don't know because Embiid has such so much more potential. He sort of play. He don't play up to his abilities. But if he played Joker, because a lot of times when the NBA, it comes down to people playing certain players at certain times and not really playing the best talent. I mean, because the Heat, in my opinion, weren't the best of the East. They just had a hot streak. But I feel like if Embiid played Nurkic, Nurkic, uh, Joker, I think he would be. I don't know if Joker would have dominated Embiid like that.
I respect that. But one thing about it, to a certain extent,
Hello,
yeah, I can hear you.
Dex,
Okay, let me see if I can fix it.
mute your phone, my dude. At least, I mean, damn, we can't hear nothing.
But to answer Rap Guy's question, no, I don't think it benefits anybody.
Hold, hold up.
It benefited the Sixers, didn't it?
No, they
They
didn't
just
get no
didn't win a
championship.
championship.
Yeah, they didn't get it. Didn't benefit them.
Yeah, but I
And
mean,
now Embiid want to leave. Like I said,
It benefited the
oh,
Magic.
what Embiid said that? Did he say it?
yeah, he want to leave. It been in the news.
It's just rumors, though. He didn't come out and say, I want to be traded.
They never do.
Yeah,
Like they
okay.
organization
You
and
damn that.
communication. Look what's going on with Dame.
Mm.
And they can't, whatever his list of teams, at least it seemed like his list of teams must be
Who
reasonable.
Who in the hell got enough stuff to trade for Embiid? Embiid, how you gonna trade
It
for a guy
depends
like
what the Sixers are looking for. Obviously, they looking to rebuild at this point.
So
So
the
it
Knicks got
depends.
everything.
what you
Draft.
say?
So the Knicks got everything. They get
Oh, they
in.
can get him. They can get him. Oh man, who you think they gonna trade for Embiid?
So I mean, whatever they want.
Oh man, come on, bro. You
Some of
talking
the
about
young
Julius
guys.
Randle? Julius Randle ain't.
Oh yeah, he can go. They might want to pair him with him now. Listen, you traded Obi Toppin, you going all in with Julius. Julius is a good player in the regular season. It's just his problem is the playoffs.
Okay, but who you
So
keeping?
is
I
Embiid.
mean, no, who you trading though? Because I mean, you ain't getting Embiid for no first round pick only. You gotta trade.
Oh, it's gonna be a whole bunch.
I know it's gonna be your whole squad, bro. You trade your whole squad for that nigga, man. There's no way.
It's
Embiid
gonna be
is
something like that. It's gonna be a lot of pieces. Who knows if they want to hold on to RJ Barrett, you know,
Yep,
but
because that's the name I keep
this
hearing.
is get
RJ
rid of him because
and a whole
they
bunch
try
of
to
people.
hold on to him, and then the season starts. It's like, man, why the hell they didn't trade this dude?
if they gonna try to take everything from y'all. You trying to get Embiid, bro. And I hope they take
Yeah,
everything.
I don't like how that's why the commissioner got to step in because they treat
You
them like
breaking
they
up?
used to be.
Hello?
What'd you say?
I ain't hear nothing you said.
I said
Flight.
that. I said that the commissioner needs to intervene in what's going on with the way teams deal with the New York Knicks because they always trying to, negotiate unfair. They treat them like the old New York Knicks when they traded away multiple picks and all kind of stupid shit, and they looking for everything. That's what happened with Utah. They was trying to rob the Knicks.
I mean, but Ainge just turned around and did the same thing. So what's the name? It was just two different teams. And that's Danny
Who you
Ainge.
talking about? Danny ain't
Yeah,
trying to do it.
no. I heard the
He
Knicks
was trying to
offered
strike.
a better deal.
Yeah, but that's not what
Who
Danny Ainge
y'all? Hold up,
No,
wanted.
I'm
that's
lost.
We all
bullshit.
agreed
So
that the
we
Who
deal
y'all
was
offered a
talking
better
about? Who y'all
deal, and
talking
he
about?
took the deal. He took the
for
deal with
Donovan
fucking
Mitchell.
Cleveland.
Who you
Yeah,
talking about?
I
That fuck
agree that
Danny
the
Ainge.
deal was better in terms of picks and stuff, but Danny Ainge said no.
So you talking about the Kevin Garnett trade? Is that what you talking about?
No, Donovan Mitchell. When he traded
Oh,
Donovan Mitchell from Utah.
oh, okay.
Everybody agreed that the Knicks deal was better to a certain extent, but clearly Ainge was looking for more picks. And maybe it was something about Barrett. We don't know how he feel about Barrett. I ain't never heard. I don't hear Danny Ainge really speak a lot anyway, so I
So
don't know
fight
how
who?
he feels about Barrett.
Fight who's the Knicks GM? Why the fuck are
Man,
y'all
so
they making?
pay homage to Scott Perry, man. This man did a lot of work. Shit. I
So
think,
he
yeah, he did some shit out there in Sacramento.
okay,
Scott Perry been around the block.
okay.
I think he had some sort of connection. I think with Mitchell. It was somebody in the organization, if I'm not mistaken. They fucked everything up, man. He was supposed to be with the New York Knicks. He knows it.
Okay.
I'm happy that the Knicks beat them, though.
And who y'all get for Obi Toppin? I
Oh man,
forgot.
see, that's a whole nother thing. I mean, they just gave his ass away.
Oh, y'all about to fuck everything up again.
That's
I'm be monitoring his situation out there. And
Oh my god, they gave him up for nothing. I knew they gave him up for something, but you said nothing. Oh yeah.
two second round picks.
Oh yeah. Mm,
Those picks could be used in the trade now.
yeah. Obi. Yeah, he was good, man. I don't know what the hell y'all doing with that. He's not bad,
Yeah,
but
I can't say he was good. It's just he wanted some more minutes. He was playing behind Julius.
right, I get it. But now, so Scott Perry, what's your opinion on him? You say he's pretty good. As a,
I like Scott Perry. I mean, he drafted Mitchell Robinson. We didn't always have a good run of draft picks. He came in and he got a couple of picks right. We got Quentin Grimes and some of these people. Even Obi, I thought was a good pick. It's just it didn't work out. But he's been doing a good job, and they kept him around because he drafts. He's good in the draft department. Usually, when a new president come in, Leon Rose, because he was hired from another regime. He came in after the Phil Jackson era, Perry. And then Leon Rose came in after they fired Steve Mills, and they kept Scott Perry because he drafts well. So I mean, I think he's good.
Cause I've been wondering about y'all coach though, cause
Oh man, don't worry about him. Dude. This motherfucker's a hell of a coach. You talking about Thibodeau? Y'all got to stop that.
oh man, he ain't
Tom
winning
Thibodeau, one
like
of the
that.
best coaches
Y'all
in
defense
basketball.
good, but y'all ain't doing nothing, man. Y'all ain't gonna go no further than the second round. Y'all
It
ain't did
depends who
shit,
they
bro.
play.
Yeah,
Who in
until
the
we get a
first round?
superstar.
The niggas ain't
Listen,
going nowhere with Thibodeau. With Thibodeau, man, please.
we got to remember if LeBron and all them wasn't in Miami, Thibodeau would have probably had a championship.
Who was he coaching?
If Carmelo would have went to the Bulls, they would have fucked around and beat the Miami Heat. If they would have had Rose, Butler, Melo, oh man. So I mean, Tom
Oh,
Thibodeau had some bad luck.
like, did you see? I think it's Bleacher Reports list for the point guards. I think it was top 10 point guards underneath the 25.
I'm not. I
Where'd you
think
see that?
I seen something like that. You talking about with Melo and was
Yeah,
Howard.
I'm about to find it right now.
Where was this at? Purple. I want to look it up myself.
Bleacher Report.
Bleach report. Okay.
Yeah.
And they come out with all these new statistics, man. Some of the shit is stupid.
Right. I get it.
Analytics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
But,
Everybody waiting on analytics.
but yeah, even if y'all, man, I ain't gonna shit on the Knicks. I'm gonna stop. I want to shit on them so bad. But
I knew I should have favored the tweet. They tweet so fucking much.
mm-mm. But them,
Or it
but
might have been ESPN. It was somebody, but I could have sworn it's Bleacher Reports list.
well, I ain't trying to change the subject, but I gotta say this. That
But
damn them Charlotte Hornet jerseys fire, bro. The one that Melo got on the right, that shit is fire. I'm like, I ain't gonna front. Oh my god, I might have to get me a jersey.
Yeah, that's a new classic jersey.
Yeah, that's just. They need to make that the main jersey and stop fooling around. That shit is nice.
Yeah, I like that. I like what's going on. What you think about Melo and Baron Davis? You know,
That's fire, man. I don't know what they've been trying to do. I mean,
yeah, they need to get Mourning. They need to get everybody, all the Hornets guys.
everybody, man. You damn right. Glenn Rice, hell, find Eddie Jones if you can.
Yeah, everybody
Uh,
need to be. Yeah, they need to start showing the
Mad,
Hornets like some
Mad
prestige.
Spur, bring these niggas back, bro, please. Oh my God, Muggsy's always been around. I thank God for him because LJ. I don't know if Grandmama bring these niggas back, man. What are y'all doing? When I heard about that, I watched Locked On, and when I heard about that, I was just giddy. I gotta watch it, but it was on Twitter. Is that what it is? They had a video on Twitter with him and Barron.
Uh,
I just seen pictures.
yeah,
Okay, I'm watching something on Bleacher right now though, so I'm gonna watch this later. But yeah, that's fire. Bring all these niggas back.
yeah, Baron Davis was a problem.
I know he was the problem.
Even though people remember Baron Davis mostly for the Warriors.
Right. They do, but he was sick. I mean, because when he
Oh,
was
it's like
young,
Knicks for a year. This dude Baron Davis was all over the place.
when he was playing with the Hornets, man, he would do all kinds of shit, bro. Oh my God, you talking about dunking on a fast break? Oh man, he would kill it, bro. Yeah, he was the first bully ball point guard, first bodyguard. That's how I say it.
Yeah,
First bodyguard guard. So, oh my God, yeah. So,
yeah,
but yeah,
he was athletic. He could dunk. He could shoot.
yeah, he could do everything. Yeah, he was the man. I used to love watching him. Yeah, he didn't make these the main jerseys. These are fire. I don't know why they just making them classic. They look good. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Just Just keep the classics, but make this the actual jersey. I'm sorry, it looks nice. But yeah, I think we got the best jerseys in the league. I'm just gonna tell you right now, the best jerseys in the league, bro. They just got to become a better team and stop just having nice jerseys. But yeah, bring back the classics. And as far as Mark Williams and Melo, yeah, that's gonna be the new. What's the name of the Clippers? When Chris Paul was there with Blake
Lob
Griffin and
City?
Lob City. They're gonna be the new Lob City.
I doubt it.
You doubt all you want, Purple Baby. Was he not effective with Miles Bridges as far as the Lob City?
Once teams figured it out, no. When they started making Miles a jump shooter.
Oh, he was still catching lobs on niggas. Purple. What you talking about?
No, he wasn't. That
Yes, he was. Oh my god!
teams adjusted.
I can't wait till the season.
That
I'm
first
gonna
year,
call you out,
the
Purple.
second
I'm
year,
gonna call you the hell out,
teams
Purple, because you
adjusted,
be saying some garbage
and it
stuff
took
sometimes.
him, I think, until January. I think it was because it wasn't. Melo did attempt to still make sure he got his lives, but all teams kept doing was like sagging off of Bridges and covering him in the paint. So when Melo would attempt those lobs, either the pass would get tipped and then it would get.
But Purple, you had like them sagging off him was effective. This nigga had one of the
It
best year of his
was
career.
because when you look at where his points, a lot of his points in that first year with Lamelo generated from, it was at the free throw line or from catching lobs until Miles started utilizing his mid-range shot. And in that second year, I literally watched teams like Miami come out and crowd the paint because they didn't have to worry about like production from the centers that they had or PJ for that matter. And so they crowded the paint so Lamelo could not throw lobs. And they, in the sense, was making Miles a jump shooter in that scenario. It took him a while to catch a lob that year.
I don't agree. I think he was balling out. Okay, all right. It's no point watching that stuff. I feel like he had his best year, and he was balling out. I mean, so
He was, but
they weren't that effective. It's not like
it
he.
wasn't from catching just lobs though. That year when he had that 20 points, I
Of
remember
course, it wasn't
watching.
just lobs. Blake Griffin didn't score just like the lobs.
I was watching, and he's not as athletic as Blake was. So
What? I don't know. Miles be getting up now.
no, they won't be a double. In order for the
Hold up,
double
hold up,
threat
hold up.
to be
Go ahead.
effective, they would have to be the opposing team would have to miss a lot, and they would have to advance the ball. Which we know Lamelo can advance the ball. I think I seen him do it from like the opposite end and at least get it to midcourt, but they're gonna have to be running a lot. Like unless they got effective shooters on the outside, it's not going to work.
Okay, a la Terry Rozier, Brandon Miller, and hopefully they can fucking keep, like I told you, PJ Washington. There you go. That's the three shooters surrounding the lobs.
And yet again, PJ's the man. And when they were all healthy, PJ was not a threat in that offensive system with a healthy Gordon Hayward
Oh
and
my God.
Terry Rozier, LaMelo Ball, and Miles Bridges.
He wasn't effective in what way, Purple? You got to break that down because
Offensive.
he was making
I've
threes.
literally seen when, like, Miami is a good
This
defense.
nigga had the rookie record for 3-pointers.
Good for him, but what did he
year.
do? What has he done from an offensive standpoint with LaMelo since LaMelo has been there and Bridges has came into his own? How effective has PJ been I've seen this man brick shot after shot after shot after shot after shot.
I don't. Okay. Now, to his defense, a lot of the players on the Hornets, for some reason, brick shot after shot after shot. It's
Yeah,
not
but
like
none of
that's
them
him.
brick as much as PJ does.
Oh no. Okay. So you singling out? No, I don't agree with that. But okay. whatever you say. That's not the case. I think PJ
I'm trying
is
to
a little
tell
bit more
you,
efficient.
they're not going to cover PJ is the weakest link in that offense.
Wow, he the weakest link.
Yes.
Purple, okay. All right, purple. Okay. All right, okay. So he okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot for me. Because okay, but you know what? I'm gonna answer this guy's question because I'm curious to
Which
see
one?
what he's thinking. So you talking about what's my thoughts on Gilbert Arenas? I feel like Gilbert Arenas was a sick ball player. He just was, he was. I think he was the star of the. Definitely, I'm trying to think. Was he the star of the actual? Because he said on his podcast one time, he said there was no, around the time when he was playing, there was no point guards
Who
because it was,
Gilbert?
yeah, the pure point guard that started to disappear
I
because
agree.
point guard started to become more scores, and that
Yes.
was around the time when he, was coming into his own. But he was sick. Uh, Agent Zero, you could stop him. I mean, he can take it off the rock. He had a shot. He was automatic. It was him at one point. It was him and Kobe. So yeah, I love him as a player. I mean, to answer your question, Rap God Reloaded. Yeah, Arenas he just was not a passer. And I love guys who have that kind of awareness though, as well, which is why I like Lamelo so much because he can get his points now. He's damn near one of the most purest point guards these days, even though he scores a lot. But if you want to affect the game by just passing, Miller has proven that he can do that, and that's what I like. He can't be stopped. He can put himself in a position to affect the game whatever way he needs to. He just needs to do that defensively too. He's solid on in a lot of areas, most areas. He just that defensive area though. I just need him to step it up. That's all I'm asking.
So you saying when you say he can affect the so if I take since a lot of people say one of his greatest skills is his passing. If I as a defensive coach, with the scouting report, and I say I'm gonna take his best attribute away from him each game, which is his passing. You saying he can still affect the game with his scoring?
Who Melo? You talking about right?
Yes.
Hell yeah. You disagree?
I mean, I would if I knew. Like, I do feel like he'll get the ball when he's actually more open now than he did. Because I did see a little bit more alertness since Steve Clifford has been the coach of making sure guys in general that are open get the ball. But I don't trust Terry to do it for a whole season of making sure if
Hold
LaMelo
on,
finds
hold on.
somebody,
Hold on. You done switched up. You talking about Melo, then you started talking about Terry Rozier.
because if I come into the game and I'm saying the most dangerous, LaMelo is the most dangerous as a playmaker. I want to take that away. I want to create a defensive scheme where it benefits me at the end of the day to say, like a lot of people say he's good on catch and shoot. We'll see this year because I think a lot of teams are going to come out and take that skill of playmaking away from him to see how effective he can be when the ball is not in his hands.
Oh man, that shit ain't gonna be a factor. That
How
shit
you
ain't
know that,
gonna,
Paul?
that shit ain't gonna work. Nah, man, I'm just here to tell you that ain't gonna work. There's no defense. Like, didn't you hear LaMelo Ball tell you that All-Star weekend? Ain't no defense for Melo, man. They could try all the bullshit they trying. It won't
Okay,
work.
he can think
What
that.
LaMelo can do, he can play all many facets of the game. We got to go back to the beginning. You understand? When he had Lonzo on the floor with him, this guy can play off the ball. You know,
I didn't say he couldn't, but has he done it in the NBA so far
uh,
effectively?
listen, it's times when Miles took it. Listen, we played with Miles Bridges. Miles took his game to an elite level. It was times on the floor where Miles took the front seat. Melo might defer a little bit. I'm just saying, but Melo's still holding it down. But he's
Right.
still gonna give Miles the floor. You understand?
Right. He actually also did that fight with Terry Rozier
Oh
and
yeah.
Isaiah Thomas
Look,
sometimes.
he
The
did it
year
with
they had Isaiah
everybody.
Thomas, you remember that? When they
Yeah.
had, so yeah, he can play off the ball too, Purple.
I didn't say he couldn't.
But
I
okay,
said teams are going to try. If you smart enough, why am I going to let him come? Let's
No,
say
I understand
like
what you know. You said no. You making good claims. That is exactly what the defense
right,
can
like
do.
I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah.
that's stupid. I'm asking to be fired. Like I'm gonna let you come up and abuse me like that. I'm gonna let you use your strongest skill.
okay. But now I'm just saying but Melo is a tall guard. Period. Whether he's a two guard or a point.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, I mean, if he put it all together, which he pretty much has, he's actually giving the defense a break by shooting threes, but he's effective shooting threes. But now, if he started taking to the basket, I mean, he can't be. I hate to say that because I don't want to. I'm gonna knock on wood,
What
but he can't be stopped. I'm just saying. I mean, he's too tall. He actually has handle, has a first step.
you
I
know how I
mean,
feel like
damn.
you know what I feel like, and we'll see how strong he is coming into this season. But one thing I've noticed is when you put longer defenders on him, to me he struggles.
When have you seen that? You need to point out a
His
game
first
when
his
he
first
did that.
years, especially.
His
I
what? His
see
first years?
his first 2 years,
First
especially.
2 years.
Now,
Okay.
this past year, it looked like people said to me, he looked stronger. I'm gonna be honest, but some people said that wasn't the case because of injury. But I still feel like he got a little bit stronger. But I'm gonna see with a much more healthier version coming into the season of him when they put guys that's because do you agree that Lamelo plays smaller than his size? Like he's 6'7", but he
Yeah,
plays,
I was about to say that because
and that's the issue.
he gives the defense a break by shooting the goddamn threes.
Yeah. And so I think he like we'll see. My thing is I'm looking to see when they put guys that are 6'7" or bigger that have the lateral quickness and stuff like that that are
It's
able to keep up with him and whatever, we'll
that's not
see how he looks.
that's not gonna make any difference though. Uh,
It has in the past.
because he was hurt.
We
If
supposed
he
but
got
he
slowed
wasn't
down
hurt.
because he was hurt. You remember when he injured his wrist and he came back and he played down and
He
he shouldn't
shouldn't have
have
came
been
back.
playing that. So that's exactly my point. It ain't nobody saw him. Hey, I've been following this dude since 2015. Ain't no defense got nothing for this kid. I'm just
Okay.
letting you know that now. It might
Okay.
it look good. We talking about a 6'7", 6'8" point guard. His ceiling is high. And I seen nobody ain't stopping that one, and he's getting better at shooting the 3 point shot. So yeah, they can keep on leaving him open if they want to. He gonna make them pay for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just hope he stays healthy. But if he stay healthy, it's over, man. I mean, because I'm
I tell
sorry, he
you,
better than Halliburton. I'm sorry because
if he get to a playoffs, I'm telling you, if he get to a playoffs, this dude alone is gonna make some noise.
okay. The only thing I'm saying, I want him to slow down on them goddamn fouls, please.
Yeah.
Don't
That's a
move your feet and
stop
don't be trying
reaching
to reach
so
too
much.
goddamn much. That's
Yeah.
all I'm asking.
Right.
He's unstoppable if he's doing that. Don't reach. Don't get in foul trouble. Don't put him. If you can't take him off the dribble and you can shoot that damn floater, do it because they cannot stop it, man. I'm sorry, man. They can't.
Where do you rank Trey Young amongst the top guards in the league, point guards in the league? Where do you have him ranked at?
Oh my god. I don't know. I mean, because Trey is low key good, man. Because I mean, I'm trying to okay. I'm trying to put it in perspective because in a what's that year in the playoffs, he was killing the Bucks. So I mean, with stuff like that, it's hard to really say, oh well, he's not that. I mean, because oh my God, that's a good question. Because I mean, all the point guards, because a lot of these players talk about that. All the point guards, you gonna have a hard night every night, really,
Yeah.
because the NBA is full of point guards. But now The best, Trey Young. I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
Basically, I want to pick your brain. Do y'all both feel that he's still top 15 or top 10? I think top 15 is disrespectful for Trey Young. So I'm gonna say top 10. Is he still top 10?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time because I want to say around that myself.
Well, top 10. You because you gotta say okay. You got Well, we got D'Lo playing a point
Top 10
guard.
point guard, of course. I mean,
Yeah,
come on now. Don't get it.
What?
Top 10 point guard for Trey Young, of course.
of
Yes,
course.
most
Right.
definitely.
Right. Yeah. I
He's a
got
he's a perennial playoff all-star. I mean, it's not even nothing to even
you. Okay,
contemplate.
Dex, but we're in top 10 though. That's the thing. That's what probably asked.
Well, top 10. I don't know where you want to place him, but
Is
he's
he
definitely
at
top
like
10.
top 10
I'll
or
say top 5.
top 5? Top 5?
Well,
We know
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know because you can't. You gotta take defense into account because you remember some of these point guards. Maybe very few of them is
Yeah,
gonna
not in
make
this
the all
era.
defensive
Not in this
team.
era.
I
Not in
don't
this
know.
era. Well, Alex Caruso made the all defensive team this year. Is he top 5 point guard?
No, no,
He's not top 5. No,
Yeah,
he's top.
but okay, but now so we can put Melo above Trey because Melo can stop somebody, but Trey can't stop nobody. But he can score
Because
on
let's
anybody.
think about it. Would y'all agree that Dame is still top 10 at least, 5 through 10 at least, right?
Yeah, he is. I
Do
agree.
y'all agree that Curry is still top 5 or top 3?
Hell yeah.
Man, come on, man. You know Kirby's still in there. That's disrespectful. Did not say he's not.
That's very
Okay,
disrespectful.
do y'all consider LeBron a point or a 3?
He's not a point guard. Come on.
Okay. So LeBron, Dame, Curry, Shea. Where do you put Shea at? Top 3, top 5?
Is he really a point guard? He's more like a 2 guard these days, in my
Okay,
opinion.
what about Giddey?
Josh Giddey? He's
Mhm.
he's top. Well, I ain't gonna say. I don't even.
No,
Maybe top 15.
no. Josh Giddey's not even ranked in that arena.
Yeah, he might not be.
What about
that's what
Luca?
it is.
Where y'all got Luca?
Of course, Luka top 3.
He's not a point guard though.
Ja.
He is a
Luka,
point guard.
Luka point guard, shooting guard, but he been mainly playing the point.
No,
but
he's
yeah.
a point guard. Luka's
He's
a point
a
guard.
James Harden. Dex,
Yeah.
he's not a point guard. He's more like a James
What
Harden.
about
Okay, what is he listed as? What is Luka listed as?
He's not a point guard though.
No, don't tell me what he ain't. What is he listed as on his team? What does he get paid to do?
All you gotta do is look at the roster. All you gotta do is look up position. All you gotta do is look up position. That's gonna tell you right there.
He's not a goddamn point guard, bro.
Well, okay, what is he then? A snapping turtle?
You gotta think about it. He has to play point guard for his team because Tim Hardaway Jr. It was a shooting guard for that
Kyrie
Dallas
Irving
squad.
is the point guard, not.
Kyrie Irving now. Okay, Kyrie Irving now is the point guard for that team now.
Who
gets the shooting guard?
To be honest, the 2 guard is Curry or Hardaway. So no, he's not a point guard. He just carries the ball up the court. Don't mean he's a point guard. Kyrie Irving's a point guard.
Kyrie Irving, he's a true point guard. Kyrie Irving is a true point guard.
Right, and Kyrie is amongst, I want to say top 10, probably top 5.
You got to put him in top 5 because he got championship on his belt. He has a championship on his belt, so these other guys don't have no championships yet. Until these other point guys get chips, you can't put them over Kyrie like that.
So do y'all consider James Harden in the top 10 or top 5?
No, he's not a point guard though.
What about Chris Paul? 10 through 15 or 5 through 10?
I feel like he's
still your top 10. He's still in the top 10. You can't put him in the top 15. You can't do it.
I'm debating whether I want to put him in the top 5 myself. But I know what's the guy, Brunson. I think he's top 5.
Brunson, where you got Brunson ranked at? I think we best to almost name everybody too.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Morant, top 3, top 5, where we at?
Oh yeah, he top 5. Yeah, okay. John Morant top 5.
So we got what? Lamelo left, Cade. Lamelo.
I think Melo top 10. Maybe.
Okay. What about 5. Cade?
Who? Okay. Is he really a point? Is he really a point guard though? I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like the other cat. What's the other cat that they drafted from?
Oh shit! I was about to call him Jaden Irving. Oh my god. It's not Hardy either. Right. I know his first name is Jalen. I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
What
so
team? What team is he asking for?
Detroit,
Chris,
the guy that
Chris.
plays in the backcourt with Cade.
And we
Oh,
can't
Jaden
forget.
Ivey.
Jaden
Yeah,
Jaden,
Ivey. Oh,
Jaden
yeah.
Ivey.
And we can't forget about my boy Darius Garland. He
Okay,
top 10.
where you got Darius Garland at?
I think he top 10. He's sick. He low
Darius
key
got
sick.
if David God
He
was the
kind of
point
fell
guard,
off though. He fell off.
or
He
did
fell
Donovan
off
Mitchell?
when Donovan Mitchell got there and started taking over. He
Oh,
just started being more of a playmaker.
Alpha
He
made a good
wasn't.
point because Jamal Murray
Yep.
Yeah.
is up there
And
too.
Jamal
He's
Murray.
top
I
five.
think
No,
Top five.
Jamal Murray. I say Jamal Murray should be about 6.
Top 12. 6? She said 6 because he
Yeah,
got a
about
title.
6.
I
He
He a
got
think he's top
champion. Yeah,
five.
he a
because he a
champion.
champion. He got a chip on his belt. So
Nah,
yeah,
he
he
ain't
got to
got
be up
enough.
there.
He ain't got enough to be top 5 just yet. We still got some good heavyweights in the
Oh,
league.
no
Yeah.
But
face.
number 6 is good because he just got his championship. He just come off an injury. So,
Yeah.
we got to let him pile up a little bit first.
Okay, so what about De'Aaron Fox?
Ooh, Darian Fox got to be like top 4.
Hell, no. Okay, you tripping? I think you California bias right now.
How
No,
was
you gotta
that?
get
I don't
you gotta
like
get
Sacramento.
you got to put him in that
He's an
7th spot,
all-star.
man. You got
You
Put
got
him,
to you got
put
to
him
you
what?
got to
Kafati?
remember we
Hold
go
on,
by his
hold up, Dex. Hold up. Kafati, put him where?
put him in I say 7th spot because you got to take into account these guys was down there made it to the 3rd round. The Elbows eliminated Golden State, so he's
If
so
if De'Aaron Fox is 7, Lamelo
I got him
5.
4. I
Lamelo
got
5.
Darian Fox 4. I got Darian Fox 4.
only
Oh,
only
he
reason
better.
I got Darian
He
Fox
not
above
better. He not
LaMelo
better
right
than
now.
Lamelo.
only
Yeah,
one
because
LaMelo can't
LaMelo
get
didn't
that.
play nothing last year. What did LaMelo do last year? Nothing.
He not better
He,
than
had,
Lamelo.
he put a
LaMelo got
couple.
hurt, so
Hold on, let's be honest now.
yeah,
He put
he
a
could
couple of games together.
Hold
He
on. Let me
helped
look at
Charlotte
this.
have a 6-game winning streak. We understand that, and he averaged like 25, 8 and 8, right, for those games, and he got hurt. So
yep.
there's
Man, your
no more
acumen,
performance.
Dex, your acumen, bro. Your acumen. I don't know.
No. Listen, LaMelo got hurt. He didn't make All Star last year? How can you put him above an All Star when he wasn't an All Star?
He didn't even average more points than Melo, or
Yes, he did.
assists.
Darian Fox, he averaged
I'm
more
looking at it
points than
right
LaMelo.
now.
Stop it.
Oh, hold on.
Darian Fox, see, you don't even know what you're talking about, man. Don't come at me sideways. You're always trying to stump
Well,
me for some
Yeah,
reason.
no, yeah, hey, big guy, we can't give LaMelo that day. He was hurt, bro.
oh no,
We can't give
Kafani,
him
man,
that.
don't
You
get him
sound
right.
like Pope
We
now.
can't give him that,
Don't get
LaMelo
on
man.
that
everything,
train.
LaMelo everything, LaMelo everything.
Kafani, don't get on that
Come
train.
on, man.
If LaMelo was healthy, all last year, then he probably would have been an all-star and had
Hold
more
up.
points than De'Aaron Fox
Let me
all the
look
way
at this.
through.
It's a, I don't know if he would have more points than Darian Fox, but he definitely would have been All-Star.
Yeah.
He got more.
Because you
He
got to
got more.
remember, Darian Fox controls everything in Sacramento.
All right,
Where
listen,
LaMelo, last year, LaMelo, that was his auditioning for the Keys.
Okay, listen.
Darian Fox already had the Keys.
All right, listen.
LaMelo finally got
Damn.
the Keys last season. Because listen, you always keep wanting me to shut up when I'm bringing in good information, and you want to
Talk
bring in
all
some
the time,
talking
Dick.
points.
Let me talk once, man.
Okay, all right, go ahead, man. You're right. Let me give you a break.
Average.
But
Oh,
if I be too quiet, then Flight gonna
oh,
be like, "Hey man, why you ain't talking?" Shit.
I'm
So
talking.
damn, I'm in a conundrum.
You not no conundrum. Spell it.
If I do, how much money you gonna send my cash at?
I ain't.
Okay, then don't
I
never
send
say
you
that.
a
Then.
dollar. I send
So
you a dollar.
you just want to challenge somebody on your ass. So you don't want to pay no cash.
Okay, so if De'Aaron's so good, he's only better than LaMelo by one, not even 1 point. To be honest, a
I'm not
career
saying
wise.
he's so good. See, you
But
put all
okay,
that in there.
Let me finish. Melo has more rebounds, more assists during the season. He has a 1 point edge on Melo. More rebounds, way more assists. All
What
right, let
is
me
the
go.
percentages?
I'm about to go there. Good question.
Listen, man, you cannot argue LaMelo over Darian Fox right now.
What you mean?
Now, by All-Star break, you might can have that argument.
How many times did Aaron Fox been an All-Star?
Once, same as amount of Lamelo.
All right. Okay, I'm going to the percentages. My fault. Give me a second.
But and then when if you want to put the All Star down, Lamelo was given an All Star by the commissioner. Darion Fox was given an All Star by the landscape.
All right, so I give you the edge. Okay, yeah, he's better percent. Okay, listen. All right, damn it.
You cannot put Lamelo in any category of a point guard All Star last season because he didn't play enough last season. He didn't even qualify for an award.
All right, okay. All right.
That's what we talking about. Televised. He's not better than Lamelo, but I'm just saying though. Yeah, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Now, if you want to project, that's a whole different thing.
Right.
For this season, that's a whole different thing. But as far as the evidence, the data, and the history, Darion Fox showed last season he was a better point guard.
Okay, all right. So De'Aaron Fox this year averaged 25, has a 51% field goal, 32% from three.
That's not
Okay, what that have to do? I just told you.
Can I
He
finish?
was an all-star. What are you looking for? Any nooks and crannies?
Okay, so if he's the All-Star,
And Lamelo wasn't. That's it.
Okay, but listen, if he's the All-Star, De'Aaron Fox, Melo was not that far off for him.
Lamelo was way off from him. Lamelo only played a few games. What are you talking about?
I get the game, but his averages were just as good.
Listen. Okay, how good are you at math? First of all, were you a good math student? Okay, well, why would you compare Lamelo scoring percentage to Darion Fox, and he played a whole season, and Lamelo only played like 35 games. 35 games.
So
it's
It's
50 games of a span that is empty for Lamelo, while Darion Fox kept that same average all the way through. How can you you said you're good at math? How could you even assert that? That's the only thing. Now, if you want to do with Jalen Brunson or somebody, yes, because they both played the whole season. But LaMelo don't even qualify to be in that conversation because he didn't play enough. 35 games.
Okay, all right. So last year, 2021 to 2022,
LaMelo was a better point guard. He was better than Darion Fox. LaMelo was an all-star. Darion was.
Based on your judgment, though, LaMelo was not better because he averaged 20 and had a 42%.
There you go with the numbers again. We just talked about numbers with Mark Williams. See, you can't help yourself. See, you done bought into this new age.
Numbers is significant.
When we talked about Mark Williams, we eliminate his actual numbers and talked about impact,
How do you
right?
judge a person?
Now you want to bring in the numbers. Now you want listen. I said all-star. I didn't bring in no numbers. You the one brought in the numbers. I'm telling you to eliminate the numbers because I'm talking overall impact. That's what makes you an all-star. You all-star just ain't, because if that's the case, Bradley Beal will be all-star every year. If you want to base it on scoring.
Brandon Ingram too.
Brandon Ingram.
Hold on. So you said okay, but I'm
You don't want to keep putting in numbers. I'm telling you don't.
Yes, I'm talking about Melo didn't make
talking about Dex what?
And De'Aaron didn't make it to the All-Star game. So they had a level playing year, bro. Same number of games too. Actually, Melo played more.
What are you talking about now? Because you confusing me.
I'm talking about 2021 and 2022.
I just said LaMelo was a better point guard. Clean the wax out your ears, big man.
Man, Dex.
Did you just hear me say that before you start yapping?
Bro, don't be trying to minimize what I'm saying, my nigga.
I am minimizing what you're saying because it's irrelevant. If Melo was an all-star and Darion Fox wasn't, then the landscape said LaMelo was a better point guard. The commissioner called him personally and said, hey, man, I choose you. He didn't call Darion Fox.
All right, Dex, man. You got that boom mic, so you can make.
Well, let me turn it down then, because at first you said my mic was raggedy. Now I'm booming.
It's always raggedy. Go back inside, nigga.
I am inside. Now you want to go back outside? You want to hear the wind?
No, don't go back outside because that shit.
Listen, Big Al, you can make this conversation so succinct if you follow the data. If you
Oh
follow
wow!
the
Now
development,
you want me to
if you
start
can follow
follow numbers?
developments of events, you can
Kafani,
make it
what the
so
hell is going
succinct.
on, Kafani? He 1 minute he said don't use the numbers. Now he's saying use it. What the hell you want?
I never said use numbers. Data is not just based on numbers. Data is mean information. See, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Oh my God! Who the hell? What
Data
are you
means
talking about?
information. It don't
So
got nothing to do
stats,
with numbers.
so
If
stats
numbers
aren't
is
data.
information, then yeah, that's data. Oh my God, you making
This
my
is
head
some
hurt. I
bullshit,
can
man.
imagine you in school.
You
I can
bugging,
imagine when you was in school, you raised your hand, the teacher overlooked you up.
nigga, man, boy. Oh man, bro.
Teacher like, oh shit, here go Big Al. Big Al, okay, what's your question?
Go back outside, nigga.
So
I
based on
can't
that
hear you.
alone, based on that alone, we know
I was joking, nigga.
the
Turn your
opponent.
damn mic down.
Wait a minute, man. Listen, now you start trolling. Based on what we discussed alone, we know that Lamelo Ball is have a slight uphill road in redeeming his performance from last season, where a lot of us felt disappointed based on his early exit from playing. This year, I believe he's going to strengthen up in the areas where he needs strengthening, and he's going to win the war of attrition by being available for the whole season and not being a partial superstar in a league that has been known for load management. See, that's hurt a lot of players even when they're hurt, this load management stuff. So when you absent, people take it as a negative. Even if you're injured, I remember back in the day, if you was injured, then you was alleviated from all negative talk if you was injured. But now, if you injured, you know what I'm saying? They looking at you like a dud.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with LaMelo.
Yeah.
They put all kind of people above LaMelo that we know LaMelo is better than. But now LaMelo have to prove it that he's
I can't
better than in the season.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this, because this ain't centered around a Melo, just in general. Since we talking about injuries, let's focus on a guy like Jamal Murray. If his statistics, like if he comes back this year and statistically he, like, let's say he get 25, 8, he not really a good rebounder in 5. But a guy like Ja Morant, I mean not Ja, but Shea, excuse me, gives those
Wait, Corporal Baby, I'm sorry. Are you talking about somebody specifically, or are you just putting some
She talking
because
stats
about
out?
I
Jamal
heard
Murray.
this.
She talking about
Yeah,
Jamal
Well,
Murray.
but
Oh,
I'm
okay,
asking
got you.
because I heard this debate. Do y'all, if two players average the same stats, how do y'all go by y'all observations? Is it the odds of
Winning,
players?
winning,
Just rely off of numbers and statistical data.
winning, Purple Baby.
whoever got the
If
better
two
record.
players are parallel,
Yeah,
then you
same
go
stat.
to their winning percentage, their impact on their team as far as wins and losses. Because,
So
like I said, Bradley Beal been putting up good numbers, for years, but
Right.
they stuck.
Right.
Even Darius Fox at one point was putting up good numbers, but the team stuck. So who cares, right? Empty calories.
So
And, and
you feel like skill does not have a stance against winning at all, as far as individual players.
I mean, skill always matter, but
Next,
well,
go ahead,
I
Wait,
Keith.
say
mean,
that again, Big Al.
You feel like skill has more merit. I mean, no, winning has more merit than skill
when
individually
Yes,
for players.
yes, yes. That's the era I come from. It's win, baby, like Al Davis. Just
Yeah,
win, baby.
just win. That's how it basically is, man. Because
I
you know,
don't care about your
but
skill.
we can't. We got to understand something, ladies and gentlemen, and in the chat, we got to understand something, man. This is not just a redeem year for Lamelo. This is a redeem year for also for somebody like Zion Williamson that's come back for the Pelicans. Now the sources is he's gonna be available. So is he gonna be available for hopefully for 60 games? We gonna see. Because I
Okay.
know these guys got to play 65 games at least to qualify for the All-Star team for next year.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Dex, I gotta ask you this though. Okay. So if that's the case, winning has way more merit than a person's skill. Lamelo is not top 15 point guard right now.
Yeah, that could be. You could use that as a case, right?
Well,
Well,
he's
Because
I mean
not
that's what
you
you're
go
saying.
this.
That's what
he's
you're
Listen,
not
saying.
ranked. He's
hold
not
on. Let me
ranked.
finish. Let me finish. Because let me attach some history to what you're saying, right? So I'm agreeing with you, Big Al. So you just want to fight. You don't give a damn
All
what
the
nobody
time,
agree with. You just want to fight.
fight. Yeah, I want to
Now,
fight.
when you look at Michael Jordan, what was the stigma on Mike in his early days? And we know he got skills.
That he wasn't
But
winning.
What was the stigma on LeBron James?
He wasn't winning.
What's the stigma on Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady?
Outside of health, they wasn't winning.
You see what I'm saying?
It wasn't
okay,
winning.
That's what mattered.
okay,
Them dudes are
Grant,
very
okay.
skillful.
So Grant Hill was never really that good either, then, because he wasn't winning either. He just was giving
Nah,
people
Grant Hill got hurt though.
hell.
Grant Hill was hurt.
Regardless, he was giving
Remember, he got hurt.
hell.
Right.
You know,
Regardless, he
he
was
was
giving
never the same.
all
Grant
the
Hill
time.
was never the same. He got hurt twice, matter of fact.
Right.
So he was really never the same.
But
Right.
people always give him respect as being one of the best players to play the game.
For
Same
Grant
with
Hill,
Charles Barkley.
potentially. No,
Charles Barkley
potentially.
is one of the
Grant
best.
Hill was never looked at as one of the best players.
It's arguably the
Potentially,
best power
he could
forward
have
to
been.
play the game, and he did not win a championship. What then?
And that's what do people always tease Barkley for? On that
Malone didn't
panel,
win a championship.
outside of
Malone
Ernie,
Malone didn't win a
damn, man,
championship.
why you always want to fight, man? Can you
Because
just
he
have a
was small.
conversation where it just flows?
John, you talking
No,
about John
man.
Stockton? You talking about John Stockton and them? They had the chance to. They had the 2 years to win the championship, and Jordan wasn't there for a year
But
and a
those are
half.
the stigmas on those guys. You don't hear them. You don't hear them. Listen, John
Right.
Stockton and Malone were probably one of the two best tandems ever to play the game, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you don't hear them. You don't hear them in conversations because you
Right.
know what? They did not hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy.
Okay, but the argument is if you're
But
not winning, you are not one of the best.
but
That's
it's winning a. Here's
I
the
didn't say that you're not one of the best. That's
winning.
not. You need to stop,
Purple
Al,
talk.
because you sound silly.
Let Purple talk. Go ahead.
Nobody said you have
Purple,
to
go
be
ahead.
a
Let
win a
Purple
championship to be the
talk.
best. Nobody
Let
said
Purple
that.
talk.
Purple Baby said
Let Purple
if
talk.
if you got two
Oh my
players
God.
on the
Dick.
same parallel,
Did I
how do
say
you separate them? That's what the initial core of this conversation is about.
So
You taking it to Never Land.
go ahead,
So do
Purple?
we agree? First of all, Dex, what are team accomplishments to you? What is a team accomplishment to you, basically?
As an individual player, as
Oh man.
you know, you want to take that, Kafani? Kafani, you want to take that?
No, you can go ahead now. I was gonna
Because
say I'm gonna just put my
you
take
played
on it
at a
right
higher
quick.
level than I did, Kafani.
You know,
Thunder made a great point. Rings are a GM.
Go ahead, Kafani, you take that question. She said,
He is right.
Hey, I was a hooper, man. It's just like okay, your
"Was you
team,
selfish?"
your team has to do enough to individual as a team to get to the championship. But yeah, you could be a damn good player, but if you don't win that championship, then that's the stigma. Just like in the league, you know what I'm saying? Like if these guys, like we can say Allen
What's
Iverson
good,
got to the
everybody?
championship. Hey, what's good?
Who's that?
It's
Who that,
just like Allen
Murdoch?
Iverson got to the
Yeah,
championship,
it's Murgot.
but
Oh,
he
Oh, I got
didn't
it.
he didn't win. It's
so
just think about Kobe and Shaq. If Kobe and Shaq didn't win those first 3 years together, and they didn't win, guess what? We won't be talking about them right now, but
They
we'll be
didn't
talking.
win their they didn't win their first 3 years.
I'm talking about 2000 to 2002.
Yeah, right. It
Yeah,
was 4 years.
yeah. That fourth year they got knocked out by Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story.
No, you talking about the fourth peak.
The four Pete
It
they got
took them
knocked out by
4 years from
Detroit.
'96 to 2000
No.
to
I'm
win a
talking about when they
championship.
start. I'm talking about when they started winning after San Antonio
Yeah, they
won
had a
that.
three peak. Yeah, they had three peak. Yeah.
Yeah, that three Pete.
So
Yeah,
is scoring an individual thing or a team thing?
That's an individual.
Mm-hmm.
individual, of
It
It
course.
could
is.
be both. What about you get assists?
Well,
Somebody
Yeah,
okay,
assists you the ball.
that's a good point, Dex. But it's more. I think it's more of a when you start comparing great players, it's more of an individual thing.
I mean,
Because most of the
I mean,
ball,
it's still. I mean, Dex, it's still going to be individual thing because that player has to be able to dictate or move the offense to a
Right.
certain way, to a certain degree, to be able to get his players open. That's the same thing Lamelo does when he's on the court. That's what they call him, a wizard, because he can manipulate the defense to get players open. Whether it's with head fakes, whether it's with his eyes, whether it's with his dribbling, that's still an individual accolade. There's a reason why they say individual player assists and then team assists on top of that. That's what they separate the two, you know? So scoring is still an individual thing. Even though he does have players on the court with him, he still has to be able to get himself open, etc. So it's still an
Exactly.
individual thing.
Right. That's the great
okay,
players. The great players can get their points, get their buckets without any assists. That's the point. So go ahead.
yeah, I can agree. You don't even have to be great. You can just be a good basketball player. You can be
I
able
mean
to,
Jamal. I mean Jamal Crawford is a prime example. A player that's
yeah,
probably not going to be in
that's
the
a
Hall
good
of
one.
Fame, but he was great at individually scoring and getting himself open and creating shots for himself.
Yeah, it's
That's
a few
a great
players down
example.
down the line that you can use as an example.
Lou Williams, another example.
Mm. But I will say this, and no disrespect, Dex, but I'm gonna say this. What I think
It's
happens
already
is,
disrespect before you see even saying it.
but what I think happens is when you start talking about basketball, casuals look at winning only. But people who love and appreciate basketball start looking at individuals and understanding their skill and how elite they are. Because look at Anthony Hardaway, the best, in my opinion. I think he might have
Uh,
been. Anthony Hardaway was a beast.
he was a beast,
Anthony
but
Hardaway? Who the hell is
he was a
Anthony Hardaway?
beast.
He means
Anthony
Penny
Anthony,
Hardaway.
Hardaway.
He
He means
hold on,
Penny
Penny
hold on,
Hardaway.
hold on,
Hardaway.
Yeah,
hold on. You don't know who Anthony Hardaway is, Dex?
Oh,
Means Penny.
Anthony. Okay, there you go. You cleaned it up.
yeah,
Oh,
I don't know no damn Anthony.
you
yeah.
full
He
of
was a
shit. Yeah,
beast.
you know that.
Yeah. He was a beast. He was a
He
hey, but
was a
Tracy,
beast.
he was a beast, but he wasn't no Tracy McGrady though. Tracy McGrady was a beast, but was killing that
Oh
boy.
no,
Yeah, you know
oh
Tracy
no.
McGrady was
Anthony
killing
can
that boy. Come
ball,
on,
nigga.
bro. Hey, you go look
Anthony
back at
can
the tape.
ball,
Hey, go
nigga.
look back at the tape.
He
Hey, go look
could.
back at
Anthony
the
was
tape.
ball.
Go look back
Hold
at the
He
tape.
on.
was
There
smooth
ain't,
as
ain't no
hell, bro.
See, let
discussion.
me.
Big Al
Here
ain't
it
no
is.
discussion. You
Aaron
know.
Penny could ball. The problem was injuries just derailed his career
Yeah.
early. That's just what it is. He didn't have that longevity like a Tracy McGrady or a Grant Hill did. So he couldn't extend his career. Once he got injured really badly, his career kind of dwindled.
Yeah,
So that's the difference right there.
but what? But okay. So okay. So
But now,
Bro, 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 let me
well,
ask you.
hold
Let me
on.
ask you. Let me
But
ask
hold on, let me say this real quick. So on a talent level, just an individual based talent, Penny is up there. He just doesn't have the accolades, the individual accolades, or the team achievement to be able to get him basically in like a Hall of Fame. He doesn't have that. So, but on a talent level perspective, he's up there as far as talent level, as far as one of the best talents we've seen, and being ahead of his time, being 6'8", 6'9", and doing the things that he's doing on the basketball court. But
you.
go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, okay, because so I feel like this argument is this. Dex is saying player can only be measured and be great if they are winning only. But I look at it as a basketball
This
period.
guy just won't stop lying.
I look at it as a
How can you
basketball
just
period.
lie in my
So,
face
As a
like
so,
this? And I'm
basketball
going
so,
straight.
period,
so for
I
what?
feel like
So let me break this down. Let me break this down.
can I finish my let me finish my
Dex,
statement first.
go ahead, man.
As
Will
a
anybody
bas-
let me say what I said?
Hell no. As a
Dex,
basketball
Dex, I got
purist,
you there. I got you there.
And I'm here.
I got you. I got you there. I got you
as
there.
a
I got you there.
as a
Go.
basketball purist, if we look at that ballers like Vince Carter, he did not win, but he should be in the Hall of Fame just on the fact that he can really ball and the shit he can do.
That's questionable.
Oh, he's gonna be in the Hall of
Vince
Fame.
Carter, half
He's
man,
go-
half amazing nigga. What?
He's gonna be in
I,
the Hall of
I,
Fame.
I
He's
got Vince
televised.
Carter.
Because
I
but
got
hold
Vince
on.
Carter being in the Hall of Fame.
He's
So
gonna be up there.
that right
He,
there already deconstructed what you said that you thought I said. I'm saying Vince Carter's a Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay.
So
What
don't
about
say
you,
what
Burgard?
Dexter said.
Burgard,
Say
I want to fight
I
you.
Dexter,
mean,
did he
Argue
say,
with you,
he
according
Burgard.
to
can
what I understood,
I want to argue with you,
he can
Burgard. Dex
he
agreed.
can get
What the hell
in.
you talking about?
see, he just want to
He can
fight.
get in. He can get in. I don't got him as a first ballot, but he's probably gonna get in.
Okay, all right.
You know, Allen Iverson already
Save
made it.
yourself
Allen
arguing.
Iverson in the Hall of Fame. Allen Iverson was talking about his talent was up there. He took a nothing
Okay,
team to a championship. You know what I'm saying?
also, hey, let me get this in, Kifan. Also, Charles Barkley, the best power forward ever, but did not win a championship.
He is not the best power
Best
forward
power
ever.
Who
forward
Tim
is?
ever.
Duncan is.
Who
Tim
is?
Duncan.
Duncan.
Tim
It's
Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
Tim
Hands
Duncan,
down.
fundamentals,
Hands
Mr.
down.
Fundamentals.
But he
You know,
was more
Mr.
like a damn
Fundamentals.
center, though.
Come on.
No, he
Oh,
No,
wasn't
he's
a
power
center.
forward.
He was a power forward.
okay, so what Charles Barkley in comparison to that then?
He probably number 2, number 3 power forward,
He's
man.
not
He
even.
don't
He's
compare
not
to
even.
no Tim Duncan.
Oh, here we go.
He's in the
He's
class of
not
Karl
even.
Malone.
He's not
Burgard
even number
tripping.
two.
Who number
He's
two
not even
then?
number two.
Burgard? Who
Who's
number
number
two,
two?
Burgard? Yeah.
I say number 5, but you know, that's a
What
No,
about
no,
Kevin
no.
Garnett?
debatable.
Y'all forgot about Kevin Garnett?
Who number two, Burgard?
I like Dirk Nowitzki more than I like Charles.
Oh, hell no.
Ooh, Dirk
You
is
can't do
Dirk got a
That's
championship on
interesting.
his belt.
Oh,
Kevin
hell
Garnett,
no, man.
Kevin Garnett got a
You
championship on
tripping.
his belt.
Y'all both tripping. Hell no.
Garnett had more defense,
No.
played better defense.
No.
And then Charles
No.
Barkley, you got come on, you got to
Dirk
be.
did not play no damn defense.
I'm talking about Kevin Garnett. I
Okay,
don't know about
okay,
too much
okay,
about Dirk.
okay.
You
So you
talking
want
about? I
Charles
mean,
Barkley?
because
Let's
to be number
hit it.
two?
But hold on.
God.
But hold on.
Burgard,
Because hold on.
this.
Hold
This
on.
is
Hold
a great
on.
argument. This is a great argument.
Because hold on.
This-
Because we can
that's
go over
bullshit.
individual. Because we can go over individual accolades and team
No,
Dirk is
accolades.
not
Rap
playing no
God.
Charles
Tim
Barkley.
Duncan is a power forward. He's a power forward, Rap God.
You know, because we could go
I
over
was just
both.
doing
We
some
could go
research
over
on Tim
both.
Duncan.
We could go over both with Dirk Nowitzki and Tim and Charles Barkley. You know, we can go over both team. We can go over both
Tim
team.
Duncan never had a
and
losing season, Murdoch. Never. He had zero
I'm
losing seasons.
not arguing that. Tim Duncan
I know.
to me
I'm
is the
just putting it out
greatest.
there.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, 'cause Tim Duncan to me is the
Yeah.
greatest power forward to ever play the game. I mean, it's not even. It's.
I think he got
It's not even close.
15.
It's not even close. It's not even
You
close,
He got
man.
know what,
15
man? I
all
don't know,
defensive
man.
teams,
I don't know, man.
Bro, you can't
17
argue
All Stars.
Tim
That's what
Duncan,
I'm
man.
saying. Y'all don't know basketball. Y'all look at the
No,
fucking
we do
winning.
know
Hey,
we
go
do
look
know
at the tape.
basketball,
Hey,
bro.
go look at the
Winning,
tape.
bro.
Hey,
No,
Big Al,
no,
go look
listen,
at hey,
listen,
Big
listen,
Al, go
Big
look at
Al,
the tape, G.
Big
Go look
Al.
at
God,
the
he got
tape.
Listen,
Go look
he
at
got
the tape,
drafted as a
bro.
Big
center,
Al, it don't,
but
Big Al,
when
let
he
me
came to the
explain to
Spurs,
you.
he was power forward.
Big Al, let me
Robinson was
explain.
a
Hold
This
on,
center,
nigga,
hold
and
on,
then
this
when
hold
nigga,
on,
Robinson
panel,
left,
hold on, panel,
Malik
hold on,
Rose
panel,
was a center,
this nigga
hold on,
started
panel.
with
and they
David
also
Robinson
had
and
what's that guy
Tony
that came over
Parker,
from
man.
Chicago to the Spurs,
David
and he was a
Robinson was
center.
at the end of his career,
Charles Barkley had Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley. What the fuck, man?
No,
and
what's that dude that
and
came over from
Tim Duncan carried
Chicago?
David Robinson to a ring. That's what happened.
But what is that
Are
guy?
we
Who is that
better?
guy? The white
We
guy that
better?
came over from Chicago that
We
was the
better?
center for the San Antonio Spurs.
Man, this give me a headache, man. I gotta stop, bro.
What was his name again?
Who was that? Who you talking about?
I think he'd be on that Bulls show.
Who?
Was it Will Purdue? Did Will Purdue go over to the San Antonio Spurs?
Will Purdue?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure.
I think Will Purdue went over to the San Antonio
Why
Spurs,
did you mention him?
and he played center for him.
He was garbage. What's the point?
I'm saying because of Tim Duncan being power forward.
Oh,
You could slide him over to the center if you wanted to, just like you
yeah,
could slide
I think he was.
Kevin Garnett to the center if you wanted to. But
He was.
he was a power forward when he was
He,
with the Spurs.
he was a tweener for real, bro. But I
No,
don't know,
not
man.
Dennis Rodman. No, not Dennis Rodman. I'm talking
Man,
about
listen.
the center.
Hey,
Will
hey,
Purdue was a
hey,
Spur.
hey,
Go back, and he
listen to
played with
this,
Michael
man.
Jordan.
Listen to
Go
this.
ahead.
Listen to this, man. Listen to this. This is Tim Duncan. Just his accolades. Just his accolades.
Go for
You
it.
know, he's a 3-time Finals MVP, a 2-time NBA Most Valuable Player, a
Man,
15. Hold on, I ain't done yet. A 15-time NBA All Star, a 10-time All First Team All NBA, 3-time All NBA Second Team, and 2-time All NBA third team. Not to mention, he was an 8-time All First Team All Defensive Team and a 7-time All Defensive Second Team. Bro, get out of here.
give
Charles Barkley
give
not
Charles
touching
Not even
that.
close. Not
give
even close.
Charles
Not even
Charles
close.
Barkley
give
not
Charles
touching that.
give
Not
what?
even close. Tim
Oh
Duncan.
hell
Not even
no!
close.
Give Charles
Tim,
Barkley
Hey,
that
hey,
same
hey,
team.
Murdoch,
Give Charles Barkley that same team.
put up those
Let me see
accolades
what
on
happens.
Charles Barkley to shut him down. Go ahead,
Yeah, it's
Murdoch.
not even close.
What you say? What you say,
He's
Ken
gonna pull
White?
up Charles Barkley accolades.
yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. I'll pull it up. Now, this is Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley only has one MVP.
One MVP.
He's only a 11-time All-Star compared to 15. Um, he's a 5-time first team All NBA. Now, what did I say Tim Duncan was? Tim Duncan was a what? Tim Duncan was a what, Dex? Now 15 time. Got 15
But
time.
listen,
I
but
already
listen.
know
No, no,
Tim
no,
Duncan.
no,
Tim. I
no,
did
no, no. He was
research
a
on
10.
Tim
Hold
Duncan.
on. I'm not. Hold on, hold on,
Oh
hold on.
my
I'm not.
God,
Hold
bro,
on.
Rod, bro.
No, no,
Let
no.
me
I'm
talk,
not
my
done yet.
nigga.
I'm not
Damn,
done
bro.
yet. Tim
Big
Duncan
Al, you
was a
buried once again.
Oh,
no,
I
no,
ain't
no, no.
buried
Oh,
nothing.
oh, no, no, no. I'm not
I,
done
I,
yet.
I,
I'm not
I'm
done
not
yet.
able to make my
See,
statement though.
I'm not.
Can
Because
I
I'm
make
not
my
done
point,
yet.
You
my
can't come
Lord?
back from this,
No,
Big
no,
Hey,
Al.
no.
hey,
I'm
hey,
not
I
Dex.
done
can.
yet.
Hey,
How
I
you
Dex,
gonna
he
can.
got. Hey,
interrupt
Dex.
me? No.
Dex,
That's not
when you put
cool.
out the stats on live, bro.
Dun,
Accolades
dun,
on
dun,
See,
live.
how
dun,
you gonna
dun, dun,
interrupt me right
dun,
now?
dun,
How you gonna
dun,
interrupt
dun,
me?
dun.
See, I'm not finished yet. I'm not finished yet.
Go ahead, Morgan,
So,
please.
and then also
Don't take two
Charles Barkley
hours
was
though.
a five. Also, Charles Barkley was a 5-time second team, right? Right, and Tim Duncan is doubles him in first team and second team with 10, bro. He was a 10-time first team All NBA, including Charles Barkley doesn't even have the defensive accolades to even compare. So get out of here with that, man.
But listen, bro. But you can. Okay. All right. So, okay, I
It's
get it.
not a
Did I
comparison.
finish? Let me
Yeah.
It's not a
finish.
comparison, man.
I'm about to make the comparison. Let me do it.
No, we
What's the
been caught Big
comparison,
Al
dog?
slipping.
Let me do it, bro. Let me do it. Listen.
What's
Okay.
up?
So,
Big Al had bad takes all night.
all right. So Charles Barkley. Now we talking about Sir Charles. Now, if we talking about
Sir
teams,
Charles, like that's going to improve his stats.
if we talking about teams, Tim Duncan had David Robinson,
Hey,
Emmanuel Ginobili, Tony Parker, a Hall of
Vinny Del
Fame coach.
Negro. Don't forget Vinny Del Negro. Don't
What you,
forget Avery Johnson. Keep going.
you got
he
Sean
had
Elliott.
talent around him. Charles
Yeah.
Barkley,
Don't forget Bruce
his whole
Bowen.
career,
Keep going.
all he had
Malik
was
Rose.
Moses. He had Moses Malone, an aging
Stop
Dr.
it.
J,
Stop it.
Kevin Johnson, and Dan Marley. But he's still
Kevin
one of the
Johnson was good. I
best
don't know what you're talking
power
about.
forwards to ever
You
play
can't
the
you
game.
can't
Kevin
make
Johnson was
Kevin
good for that
Johnson. Yeah,
Suns
you can't
team,
Is
make
man.
Kevin
Charles?
Johnson no
Listen,
poo-poo. And Dan Marley was still all-star caliber player playing with Barkley. Go check the stats. He made all-star
He
with
was an
playing with
all
Charles
star.
Barkley.
Exactly. He was an all star because Barkley was
Don't
helping his
forget
dad to be an
Hornacek.
all star.
Okay, let me hold on, man. See. Don't forget Hornacek. Don't forget Horny. Okay? Don't forget
You don't get it.
Dumas.
If you put the right
No,
players
no,
around
let me
you,
finish.
that's
Can I
what
finish?
happens.
I'm naming you players. Don't forget Dumas. Don't forget Cedric Sabalas. Don't forget Mark was it Mark West?
Mark West, nigga, no. Charles Barkley.
Did,
Charles
did
Barkley didn't have
Mark
one
West made an
Hall of Fame.
all-star.
Charles Barkley never played with a Hall of Famer in his prime of his career, but still almost won a championship. He never played with any Hall of Famers. None. Tim Duncan had
I think
three. Tim Duncan had three Hall of
was
Hell, he
Chris.
had
Hold on,
five.
Let's hold on because you might be speaking too fast because
He
you
had
don't know all
five
the
Hall of
information.
Famers on his team, bro.
You just blowing hot air. Okay, listen.
I'm just saying
Is Chris
factors.
Chamberlain a Hall of Famer?
Who?
Chris Chamberlain, is he a Hall of Famer?
No,
He
nigga.
played with the Seattle Supersonics, won a chip,
No, he
then
was
went over there with Charles Barkley.
no, he was. You mean Tom Chambers?
I mean Tom Chambers, yeah, Tom
Oh
Chambers.
my God, you don't even know what you're talking about. No,
Well, you didn't even mention him at all. So what you talking about?
he wasn't a Hall of Famer, nigga. That's the point.
That's what I'm asking you. I don't know. Is he?
No, nigga. No, I told you that.
No, I don't believe you because you said. Somebody look up Tom Chambers and see if he
Tom
got it.
Chambers was.
Tom Chambers is a 4-time All-Star, a 2-time
He was
NBA,
not a Hall of Famer.
Let
a
him talk,
2-time
man.
NBA. He was a 4-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA, and he was an All-Star Game MVP. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Thank you.
But his damn near accolades damn near better than Charles.
But Charles Barkley did play with Elijah Wan and Pippen.
Nigga,
Yeah, but that was you can't really count that though, man. That's why I didn't go there. You can't count that.
that
They
nigga
were
was
playing on one
old at
leg.
that point, man.
Yeah, they had one leg in the grave.
And Tom Chambers wasn't All-Star during the time period that Charles Barkley was there.
Yeah,
He didn't make it. He was not a Hall of Famer, bro. He was not.
well, he can't help
Tim
that.
Duncan,
I mean,
Tim
you know what I'm
Duncan
saying?
had
Charles
Tom
Barkley, the
Montgomery,
Phoenix Suns. See, listen. You don't remember the Phoenix Suns. I already know that right now.
bro.
The
Three
Phoenix
Hall of
Suns.
Famers.
Hold on. The Phoenix
Kawhi
Suns.
Leonard. Yeah, Kawhi
The
Leonard.
Phoenix Suns was a very good team in the early '90s. Very good team. Always right there at the precipice of getting over the hump. And that's what Charles Barkley got there that got him over the hump. You see? That's what made it so easy for Charles Barkley. That's the only year he won the MVP, I believe was 1993, if I'm not mistaken, for Charles Barkley.
Bro, Tim.
But Phoenix Suns was already a
I
good
would
team.
say it again. Tim Duncan had 4 Hall of Famers, solid Hall of Famers he played with, and a Hall of Fame coach.
Is that Tim Duncan's fault?
No, you can't compare. Yeah, you can't
Point
compare
is,
that. Man.
You can't look at his numbers
Look,
and say it's
I
inflated.
mean, listen,
He played with
a lot of good players and Hall of Fame players had good players play with them. The Larry Birds of the world, the Magic Johnsons of the world, the Isaiah Thomas of the world.
You know what? We
You
keep
follow
having
what
the
I'm
same argument.
The Michael Jordans of the
We
world.
keep having the same argument because y'all try to argue me down about Michael Jordan or LeBron. But it's
No, we're not arguing about no Michael Jordan, nothing. We're telling you that Tim Duncan was that dude. That's what we're telling you.
God, bro.
Apparently, you didn't read the memo.
And Al,
we know Tim Duncan is bland. Tim Duncan is bland. Tim Duncan is banal. We understand that. He's stoic. Okay, whatever. We know that Tim Duncan is stoic. He really doesn't have a personality. So that's why sometimes he get overlooked, or maybe most times he get underlooked. But when you go to the data, like I say, you follow the data, something you don't do. You have a hard time adjusting to that.
I follow the data. Charles Barkley and Tim Duncan have very
go back look at them tapes, man.
only one play with 4 Hall of Famers.
But also only one is a 2-time MVP and a 3-time Finals MVP, as well as a 10-time All NBA player.
God.
You know,
you hear what I'm saying, man?
And are you hearing what I'm saying? He still got better individual accolades. So it don't matter, bro. It don't matter, bro.
You can't be delusional about this back out.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
On top of Artist Gilmore wasn't there at the time.
It don't matter.
Can I ask you a question, Murphy?
Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward you ever play in the NBA.
Artist Gilmore,
it is not arguable or debatable. Even Charles Barkley said Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward to ever play the game. It's not comparable.
He said that for TV, nigga.
It's not even close. Why is this guy still bumping his gums?
Why would Charles Barkley come out and say that?
You got
Big guy, why you bumping your gums? Let it go.
Can I make a point?
That's another L you took. Just let it go. I mean, your L's are piling up.
Can I at least make my point?
You can't make a point on that.
Can I make a point, my nigga, please?
Now, if you just want to talk, go ahead.
Listen, okay, Murgard, I'm asking you a question right now, my nigga. Can you hear me?
What's up,
Murgard? Are you
Big Al,
sir?
What's up, man?
Big Al, you is a stickler for pain.
Yes.
It's obvious.
Dex.
You were undercover masochist.
Hey, Dex. Okay, so do you factor at all in the fact that Tim Duncan played with four Hall of Famers and had a Hall of Fame coach his
But
whole career?
I just pointed that out that Tim
Burgard.
Duncan's not the.
I asked
You
Burgard. My
said
fault.
Dex. I heard my
My
name.
fault.
Uh,
I meant
I,
Burgard. At
it's
all.
a it's a yes and a no, because what we were talking about, we weren't just talking about just team, we were also talking about individual accolades. And
No, no, no. We're talking
even
about
still with individual accolades, Tim Duncan is better than Charles Barkley all across the board in all the individual accolades. It's not
so.
comparable. But even you talk about team
Oh my
stuff that
God.
had, but hold on, even when you talk about team situation, that ain't got nothing to do with Tim Duncan. That's the ownership. The ownership is the one that put a quality team around Tim Duncan for him to compete and win a ring every year, and he showed up every year. That ain't got nothing to do with Tim Duncan. That you better talk to the owners of the Phoenix Suns at that time on why they didn't do what they were supposed to do around Charles Barkley. Even when he did play with comparable players, such as a Kevin Johnson or a Tom Chambers. You see what I'm saying? He played with decent players the way he got to the NBA Finals.
Kevin Johnson was comparable to who on Tim Duncan's team?
He will be in Kevin Johnson's prime. He will give Tony Parker a run for
Tony
his money.
Parker. Yep. There you
He
go.
would give Tony Parker a run for his money.
Now
Who,
listen,
who,
Big Al.
who's
I'm gonna tell you something.
who's
Barkley would slap
who's
the
okay?
flying shit out of you
Dex.
for
God
saying that he's better than Tim Duncan.
Who was
He was.
comparable to who did Charles Barkley play on that was comparable to David Robinson and then Kawhi Leonard? Then
He said
David
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
This guy reached.
Wow.
Come
Kawhi
on, man.
Leonard.
Kawhi
Kawhi
Leonard.
Leonard.
But I don't
Kawhi
want
Leonard
The San
won a
Antonio
championship
Spurs
with the
was a
Raptors, bro.
miniature
What I
dynasty.
talk about this, Al, is I think that's 10 years between almost 10 years between when Robinson retired to when they got Kawhi Leonard. Like, come on, dude. Like,
Literally, man. And then on top of it, but hold on. And then on
He won
top
a
of it as
championship.
well.
He
Then
won
on
a
top of
Big
it as
championship.
Al is
well.
leaning to the left.
Listen, but here's the crazy
Kawhi
thing
won a
though.
championship with the Toronto Raptors.
Here's the crazy thing though. He's talking about David Robinson, like David Robinson was an all-star or something that year. David Robinson only averaged like 12 points a game that year.
David Robinson always been an all-star. What you mean, nigga?
But he wasn't that year. He was on the tail end of his career. Matter of fact, when they run the ring, he
Oh
retired.
my God.
He retired He retired after that year because
He
he
was a Hall of
gave it.
Famer though, bro.
But he retired that year. He was nowhere close to his prime. Tim Duncan was carrying that team through and through,
He
winning
didn't retire
10
after he
every
won the
night.
ring. Did he?
He did.
He
He
retired
did
after he won the
retire.
ring.
He retired
next
right
year?
after he won the ring.
He didn't
He
play after
retired.
that?
Right. He did not play after that. He retired right after he won
Okay.
that ring.
Wow. That's a shame because that was a shortened season.
And
That's
if
a
you look,
shame. He retired on a shortened season. If y'all can remember,
and
that
if you
that was
look at it,
'99. That was a strike season.
if Dex keep talking about Dan Marley, Sean Elliott was just as good as Dan Marley, and he was on the Tim Duncan team too. So there you go. I mean, Tim Duncan had a lot of talent around him, man. I'm just saying, man. Y'all act like
Okay,
that.
but he kept it going though. Tim
That's
Duncan did
the
keep it
owner's
going
fault. That's the owner's fault though. He can't
because
fault that. It's the
didn't he
team,
keep it
yeah.
going?
It ain't nobody's
He
fault. The point
sustained his
is,
dominance.
his numbers were impacted by that, man. Come on. How many open layups this nigga get with Tony Parker? How many open shots does he
Man,
get?
Tim Duncan had a mid-range game too. Don't forget that.
Listen, how many open
Well,
jump
and
shots
don't forget he could shoot the
does
three
he
too,
get
but he
with
didn't take it too
Manu
often. But he could
Ginobili?
shoot it too.
Right,
He
he didn't
proven
take it
that.
too often, right? Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
How you gonna focus on him and David Robinson at the same time? Charles
He just
Barkley was
told you
the
that
only
David
guy.
Robinson retired after that year.
Man, please.
I got a fun question.
Y'all don't really look at basketball like I do. That's
I
all.
got a
I
fun
get it.
question
Hey,
for y'all.
bro, I watched the tape. I watched some Spurs throughout
Fuck
the years
that. No,
too.
you
You
don't.
talking about
No,
somebody
you
that
don't.
watched that? You talking
Ain't
about
no
somebody
way.
that watched
Yeah,
that?
that's
That
what I
watched that?
thought,
That
Cassius
watched that?
say.
Watched
I
all
thought
that
David
stuff, bro.
Robinson was still
I
playing
watched
because
all this stuff. I
I
watched all
Ain't
remember
the
no
games,
Shaq
fucking
bro.
way.
abusing him in the playoffs.
Come
Ain't no
on, man.
fucking way. If y'all don't look at no Hall of Famers,
You,
and the fact that shit
Big Al,
doesn't
go back and
matter.
look at all the tapes when the Spurs was playing with David Robinson
Whatever,
and
bro.
Tim Duncan. That shut all that
As a
down.
matter
The
of
proof
fact,
was in the pudding right there
the league
on
Hey
wasn't
the
as
Dex.
video.
Hey
the league wasn't
Dex.
as hype as then either. Wasn't
Hey
as hype
Yeah,
as
Dex.
go
then.
ahead.
I was wrong. He did continue
Yeah.
playing like three more
Thank
Uh-huh.
you.
seasons
Tell
after
him.
that. But
Yeah,
his
thank
but
you.
his but his minutes were significantly reduced though. He was more so
I
relegated to a
guess.
Yeah,
backup role.
I can remember you all because I'm like, man, what kind of
Yeah, he
matrix
was.
I'm in? Because I remember
Yeah, he
Shaq
was
abusing David Robinson
Yeah,
during that repeat.
yeah. He was. He got abused. Matter of fact, yeah. They reduced his minutes. His minutes were down. You can tell he was relegated basically to a backup role.
Man, listen,
Yeah,
bro.
but anyway, that's really a no
So can we
argument.
move
Tim
on?
Duncan,
So can we
Charles
move on
Barkley.
to the? Can we move on to the next topic, please?
Okay,
If
I got
We're
a
can we
going,
move on, Big Al?
we're
You
going,
got
we're going.
closure? Big Al, you
Dex,
got closure?
Dex,
Go to the
Dex,
next subject.
Dex, Dex, Dex,
Dex said what?
Dex. Kiss
Okay,
my
that
ass.
is my name. Go ahead.
Kiss my ass, dog, please.
You'll be all right.
Hey, we got closure, Big Al.
You'll be all right. You'll be
Kiss
all right.
my ass. You
Catch the
move on
face.
with your damn show, then. God,
Catch the face said he want to be on the panel. But
Oh, drop the link, flight.
what does if he haven't done it already, what does Jokic have to do to surpass Shaq? Is one of
oh hell no, y'all tripping
You
if
said
y'all.
to pass
Oh
Shaq.
hell no, he
yeah.
ain't
Fast
never
Shaq.
gonna pass that. He
Man,
ain't
I
gonna
don't
know.
know about that one.
Hell no.
It's.
Bro,
I think. I
who
think. I
you
think
bring
what it
that
I
up?
is.
think Joker's too
Hold on. Hold on.
finesse to pass
Around
Shaq.
these
Yeah,
no
just.
basketball
I
knowing
think.
niggas.
I think because of the fact that Jokic is, even though he's not that player, he's more like a very skilled big man, like a Hakeem Olajuwon. It's just that
Mhm.
Shaq was like pure uh,
Dominant.
dominance,
Dominant.
just
Yeah, exactly.
dominant. Like you couldn't do nothing. Shaq getting the ball in that low post, and you could do absolutely nothing. I mean, it was nothing you could do. Only thing you could do was foul him. With Jokic, you can actually decently guard him. That's not to say you're going to
Okay.
stop him, but you can do that. I don't think
So
we
who
never
can
seen.
he
I don't
pass?
think I don't think I don't think we have ever
Shaq
seen
was an
anything like Shaq.
unstoppable force.
So
Literally,
who can he pass if he haven't passed them already? Then
he could pass.
Who?
He could pass an Olajuwon.
okay.
Could probably pass Olajuwon for a player like that.
But Olajuwon
He
was
could
a
play,
two-way player.
but I still think, even though he's a two-way player, I still think because of if Jokic keep building up not just individual team accolades, he'll surpass. Like he get another ring, that's something Olajuwon didn't do. He get another MVP, that's something Olajuwon didn't do.
Yo, Olajuwon got 2 rings.
You got 2 rings there. Elijah
He
got
got
two
back
Well,
to
rings.
oh
back.
well, yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
got
He
yeah.
two
got
He
back
rings.
did,
to
he
back.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Well, he continues to build on that. Then yeah, he could pass him. I think somebody like that, or like somebody like a David Robinson, he could pass him.
Hey, Murga, like I was asked this question, do you think I said this last night on the yesterday? I don't see Denver Nuggets winning another title this year. I don't think they're gonna repeat. I
Nah,
don't think they got the
I
team. I
don't
don't think they
think
got the players.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna two-peat either.
Nah, I
I
don't
just
think
feel
so.
like I just feel like the West is just too tough, man. And then my team, the sleeper team I got on that really people really ain't talking about, man. That really got better, man. Is the Lakers, man. Like the Lakers got better
Ain't
people, bro.
they ain't nobody's sleeping on the
Lakers just missing the center, bro. I know
Lakers.
Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers
Lakers
gonna
got
make
better,
be there.
man.
The
Lakers
Lakers
got
just
better, man.
they're
They
gonna be
are
in the
too.
playoffs.
They are deep. They are deep at every position on the court, and I expect them to
Oh
be
my
pretty decent
God.
this
I'll
year.
be
I
glad
expect them to
you
be decent
start.
because you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. I don't think nobody's going to be surprised by Sacramento anymore. I don't think nobody's not going to really take the Memphis Grizzlies that serious because Ja Morant's not going to be playing. So really, they're going to be very limited offensively. They're going to have to bank on their defense to get them through games because offensively, Ja Morant's not going to be there, so it's going to be very difficult for them. I don't think even though I think the Warriors are going to get some win, I just don't see anything sprouting up outside of Curry right now unless Clay Thompson has a resurgence.
Or,
I
so-
don't really see them
or
doing
somebody off the
much. I don't
bench,
really see them doing much.
or there's
I
somebody
don't
off the
really see
bench.
them. I don't
Right, I
really
don't
see
see
them
it.
doing much because they're missing another scoring punch next to Curry, and I don't think they really have that right now anymore. So it's a lot of teams in the West, man, that I'm just looking like they're going to be sitting there middle of the pack. While teams like the Nuggets, the Lakers, I think the Suns, teams like that is just going to even the Clippers when they're healthy.
Healthy
Even another
Kawhi,
sleeper
healthy
team,
Paul George. Yeah.
another sleeper team I have is the Mavericks. Don't sleep on them.
I mean, there.
So
Can I ask?
so it's like that's the thing I got with them. But go ahead, Purple B. What's up?
Okay, with Dallas, to
All
me,
right.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but they're a lesser version of the Suns when it comes to offense. Because they just got like what Kyrie and Luca to like. I view them in the
I,
same.
I mean, that's really. Really, if you got two guys that can score, two guys that can score, that's enough because those two guys can command so much attention that they can actually allow guys to get open shots. That's the point
Right.
of having two ball handling guards on your team that can create shots for everybody else, including they got Derek Lively, who was a very good Rick, even though I can't stand he went to Duke, but he's a great big man that they picked up that's going to be able to rim run with Luca and Kyrie. So he's going to eat a lot because of them two. And then you
So
got players that can be able to shoot the three. They're going to be fine as long as basically the other players around them can play stellar defense to help them out because that's what their issue
that's
is.
what I'm
The
saying.
issue
That's
the
exactly what I'm
issue is not going to be the
It's
issue
gonna
is
be
not
about
going to be
help,
offensively.
basically.
saying.
It's going to be about their defense. And if they can basically find a way to solve that problem with some of their wing players around them, they're going to be fine.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What I'm questioning with the Mavs and the Suns is just the defense. If I see, them remain top five all year in defense, then I'm
I don't.
not gonna question anything. But I just think like it's
The Suns
especially
to me, man, it's just the depth. The Suns to me is the depth. I'm more concerned. I'm more concerned about their depth than their defense. But their starting five is better than it's probably they got the best starting five in the league.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not even
I
close.
agree.
they got a couple guys off the bench. They just acquired Bobo. Don't forget about him. He's good offensively. So we
I
gonna.
I'm not taking Bobo serious, man.
I'm taking him seriously, man, because I'm glad he went to the team, so he got a chance to go somewhere where he can shine now. So I
I
just can't wait to
mean,
see what he
so
gonna
so so
do.
so my question is why couldn't he shine at the places that he was at?
Orlando, they looking at him like I said. They want him to play
Do you know do
center.
you know
They told him
why?
it's covered.
Do you know why he couldn't shine where he was at?
They stereotyping him based off his father, bro, and I know what's
It's
going on
not.
with
It's
that.
they're not stereotyping him. He's stereotyping himself. That's what the issue
Because
is.
the dude say he can't play center. He say play power forward. That's what happened to him in
It's
Denver.
that's not the issue.
Eh,
The issue is that he lacks natural basketball instincts when it comes to defense. He lacks effort on the basketball court. Sometimes he only wants to shoot. That's his problem.
well, you can't do
And
that.
his basketball attitude, that's his problem. Maybe
Eh,
he gets hold on, maybe he gets to the Suns and he's around some veterans that can help him out. But right now, basically, that's the reason why that's what's keeping him off the basketball court. It's
uh,
not his actual talent. He has talent. The problem is he can't put them all together because of his effort, his bad shot selection, and his
Hey, bro,
attitude. That's the biggest reason.
I had to push back on that. I was jumping. I was on it because he got more details on him, but it ain't he had good shot selection to what I seen, but it just
No, he
like
don't.
he gets fair shot. He gets fair
He's
share, bro.
7'2". He's 7'2", and he wants to take a 3-point shot over somebody
He
that's 6'1". Stop
he
it. Go to
he,
the rim.
he can go
It,
to the
it's
rim, but if he
no,
want to do that, if he can get the
he
open
it,
shot, let him have it. Let him have it.
listen, dude,
You know.
dude, let's dudes at 6'1" body him out for a box out. I'm not taking him serious right now until he proves to me that has a dog in him. I'm not taking him serious right now. And you can't, there's nothing you can do to convince me of that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Until he proves it himself on the basketball court. That's what I want to see. I want to see Bobo prove it himself on the basketball court. It's nothing you can tell me that's going to prove me otherwise. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Dang.
I'm just saying you wrong. You're gonna see. You're gonna find
And you
out,
know,
bro.
and I will die on,
Don't say you wrong.
I will
Because I,
die on that, and I
because
will die
I,
on that hill until he proves me wrong. When he proves
because
me
I ain't
wrong,
just follow.
I'll be the first one
I
to
ain't the only
say
one
he
following them.
proved me
You know what
wrong.
I'm saying?
But
But
right now, I'm not taking him serious. I'm not taking him serious. I'm not, man. I just can't.
And Kilfani also doesn't help that what's the guy Franz Wagner and Paulo Bencaro, both of them balling out. Small forward and power forward.
Of course, you're gonna ball out when you get more minutes. You get minutes on the when you get more minutes. I mean, if you can't expect a guy to keep you gonna
So
start him. You gonna start him and bench him
you
and start him and bench him and take minutes from him, bro. You can't expect no player like that to build. So Bobo in a good situation now. I'm glad that he got away from Orlando. I'm glad he got away from Denver.
How long Bobo been in the league, man?
Because he been in the league since 2019, bro. He didn't get the minute. He didn't get his fair shot, bro. Bobo has been in the league. Bobo ain't number 23 years old, bro. So he still got time,
Man,
bro.
I don't want to hear that, man, because guess what? Because guess what? You know what? You know who else basically was a second round pick? Jokic. You know who else grinded every? Hold on. You know who grinded every day to get where he's at? Jokic. Jokic, nothing was given to him. He took it. That's what Bowl is not doing. He's not taking it. If you want it, you go take it.
You can't take it when you don't get minutes, bro. When your minutes go down based on if somebody
but you cannot
tell me if you refuse to play a position on the team,
you can't
take your minutes from you. Then you can't say that.
But
you can't
that
say
has
that.
nothing. That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. You know what he can't take. You know what he can't take. He can take the weight room series. You know what he can't take. He can take the film room series. Hold on. You know what he can't take.
That's on him and trainer. That's on him and trainer got his job.
He can take practice series.
Yeah, he got trainers. That I agree on.
How you think Jimmy Butler got on the court? He took the weight room series. He was a dog in practice. He was a dog in practice. You see what I'm saying? That's what Bobo is not doing, and it's been reported. And he has a bad attitude. It don't matter, bro.
Wow.
It don't matter, bro. This is all being reported by Bobo, bro. Like it don't matter, bro.
You'll find it
don't matter.
If he had a bad attitude,
he do, and he be pouting on the court. You can see him on the court where he be pouting when he don't get shots. He don't want to rebound. He don't want to do none of that. That's why he don't get on the court, and that's why he don't stay on the court. He don't do the little things on the court, bruh.
Oh yeah,
if you're not going to do the little things, listen, bro. What you're trying to do is
he's over there with his mentor now. He's over there with his mentor now.
What you're trying to do? Hold on,
that's gonna help him out.
This is what you're trying to do.
His mentor is KD now. KD, that's his idol. So he over there with his mentor. They're gonna tell him what he needs to do and so tutelage. That's what he over there with his mentor.
Two skinny niggas.
He's over there with his mentor. That's his idol.
Hopefully KD can help him get some drive.
School him or some stuff. So hopefully Bobo shines. I know he can.
Hopefully. I'm not gonna hold my breath for it.
This is Ball Facts guy too. This is Ball Facts guy. I seen him take something there, and I've been looking at games myself. You know what I'm saying? So
fine. That's fine, man. That can be his guy. That can be your guy. Don't mean it's my guy.
I wonder why.
I'm just saying he's not bad. Yeah, he's good offensively. He just gotta whatever he's locking, he gotta get out there and do what he need to do.
And can find
he do need to do what he need to do. Otherwise, he's gonna be out of the league.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be a Ben Simmons now. Ben Simmons he ain't gonna be Ben Simmons. I can see he ain't gonna be around in the next couple of years if he don't get his act together.
And to be very honest with you, teams actually value defense more than they value offense. You can find offense anywhere. But if you got somebody that can play defense, they'll take that, especially with his length to be able to block shots and deter shots. It's no excuse.
Well, Ben Simmons, we're gonna see what the Brooklyn Nets ain't gonna do none of this shit, man. I'm just be real.
Why you think Charlotte, ain't looking for a big man no more? Because you know why? They found theirs in Mark Williams. You know why they found theirs? Because Mark Williams is a deterrent at the rim. When he came into the league, when he was starting, he changed the Charlotte defense from a bottom 20 to a top 15, bro.
Well, Charlotte don't got no respect coming in. You know where they got Charlotte ranked at, right? 27 in the league. The Bulls ain't no better. They got the Bulls ranked 19 in the league. They don't expect
That's professionals ranking the team. We don't take them serious. It's all about what you do on the court. It's plenty of teams. It's plenty of time.
What's that site? Go to ESPN. That's all I'm saying. Go ESPN. They do the ranking. ESPN.
But they get ranking. But they get rankings wrong all the time.
Yeah, they
Oh
ranking.
yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
they
They
Do.
get
ranking.
Get them
rankings
all.
wrong all the time. They do the same rankings to the NFL. They get it wrong all the time.
They do. And I think hey
That's why I
Kafani,
don't take it serious, man.
Bobo had issues because Franz Wagner and Paulo Bencaro were getting it. Hustle all over the
He
place.
can't even start over Franz Wagner, bro. Get out of here, man.
Well, Franz was balling out though, Murgar. He was, oh my God.
Oh,
That's what I'm
well,
saying. That's what I'm
they,
saying. He can't even start over it.
how
He
come
can't
they
even
didn't get
start
to the
over
play?
Franz Wagner.
They was winning more
Get
games
out of
than
here.
Bobo was out there. They didn't get
No,
to
they
the
weren't.
playoffs, my dude. They didn't even get to the playoffs. I'm just looking at what I
Because
seen. I watched the games.
because
I'm just saying
because
what
they're
I
a
see.
young because they're a young team. At least they're
Well,
one of the youngest team in the league.
Sacramento,
And
Sacramento.
Hey,
Bobo couldn't even stay there. They got
hey,
rid of him, man. They
hey
didn't even sign
Murgar,
him back.
let
Yeah, I knew he
me
wasn't
ask
gonna stay there. I knew he was
hey,
not
let me
gonna stay
ask
there.
Kafani something. Let me ask him. Hey, so Kafani, so as far as what Murgar talking about with the defense, what do you think about that with Bobo? What's your take on Bobo's defense? What you think about it? I'm just curious. Hello?
I say, he like I said, his offense is there, man. Yeah, what he can do defensively, he has potential. So whatever minutes, whatever on the scout report that say you like him, he's over. I think he's in a better position now to where he's over there with the team. He got a chance to
Really?
shine now.
We
That's all
talk
I'm
so
saying.
much about him. Murguy, can you pull up the Suns roster and see where he is on the depth chart?
Do they even have depth charts already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think I've seen them. Okay.
Purple, what we talking about? Pull up the NBA rankings. So you think I'm bullshit? Hey, pull up the rankings. They update them every day. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the rankings and you know, I am
Who am I
we
looking
we
at?
we know the rankings don't
On the
project.
Oh hell no! Somebody said
so
Franz is
so
better than Paulo. No, you full
he's
of shit,
not.
rap god. No, he's
He's
not better than
not.
Paulo.
But Bobo on the depth chart for
Uh
Fiend.
He lagged out.
oh. Oh God, what was that?
Oh my bad. I'm back. But I was saying that Bobo on the Phoenix Suns depth chart, he's third string.
I figured as much.
Hold on, where you see this depth chart? I don't see no damn depth chart.
It's on
How do you get to
ESPN. It's on ESPN.
it? Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's up there.
Now,
So yeah,
NBA,
he's third.
you
It's
don't.
third. The projected starting lineup for the Suns is Bill Booker, Okogie, Durant, and Aiden. And they got Bobo listed as third string. They got him listed as third string up there, dog. They got listed as third string center and fourth string power forward. Damn.
Hmm,
He ain't gonna
that
see
is far back
Bo
there.
at
Well,
all.
like you say, he gonna have to take it. He gonna have to go over there and take it. So we gonna
That's the
he got what
that's
to do.
the that's
You
the
know.
point I've been sharing for his whole time in the NBA. He had an opportunity to do that with Atlanta. He didn't seize his moments. That's what he should have done it
I think he need to be about some veterans.
because he was getting minutes with Orlando.
I think now he need to be. He's about some veterans that can probably tell. You know what I'm saying?
And
They're
mind
like
you,
they can tell him something now. They get in his ear and tell you know.
Orlando chose to keep a injured, and I'm not against injuries and whatever, but they kept Jonathan Isaac.
Listen, because Bobo last year played in 70 games, started 33, and he basically had 21 minutes. That's more than enough minutes for him.
Yep, I agree.
But real talk though, Orlando was stacked. I mean, they didn't win, but they have a lot of talent. I'm gonna say that they have people they can build around.
Yeah, they got a lot of talent over there. So yeah, but I'm glad that Bobo was on the waiver to where maybe he could go to this team where he at now, and maybe he can work
Oh,
his way
I
into the
agree,
rotation. You know.
I agree, rap guy, but that says a lot that they didn't bring Bobo back. And I like Isaac, but I'm like, dang, like really?
Well, the reason why I say Murgar, I'm looking at the upsides of Bobo. I know how good he is, but he got to just, like you said, seize his moments and got to work his way into the
Again,
rotation. He got to have to change his attitude, whatever it is he need to do.
Yeah,
And
but
we
yeah,
can't. We're not saying he can't play. We know he can play, but that's about
But
his attitude and everything else.
he can't cut it. I don't understand. Jonathan Isaac has been injured, and you mean to tell me? And they was talking about trading this man. You mean to tell me they still got Jonathan Isaac on this roster and said, for whatever reason, with the 21 minutes, he didn't impress them at all?
Right.
Nope. And you know why? Because Jonathan Isaac is a menace defensively. A menace. Like
Yeah, I know.
him healthy, when he was healthy, he was actually a top 10 defensive player in the league
Oh
with
yeah.
him
Oh
healthy.
yeah.
He
He
was
Yeah,
was
that's
a
true.
good.
menace.
That's
He was
true.
a menace defensively. A
That's
menace when he
true.
was healthy.
Yeah. That's one thing I can take from
That's
Bobo.
true.
That's why.
That's
That's
what
why.
I say. Jonathan Isaac, he has a defense. I know that for
And
a
the
fact.
crazy thing
But
about and here's the crazy thing about it. Jonathan Isaac only like what, 25?
Wow, I didn't know that,
well,
young.
he didn't peak yet either. So
Yeah.
Bobo 23. So yeah. So but anyway, but like I said, Bobo could play defense. Like I said, if he put more effort on defense as his offense is, he probably he'll be out there longer.
But again, he couldn't figure that out in Orlando. Like, I'm not saying because you got to communicate. It look easy, but communication is key.
You can't say it's you can't say it's easy until you out there. So you got respect the athletes. It's not easy until you out there. Defense takes a lot of effort. It's something that you got to work on a daily basis, and also because everything is on you. So you know what I'm saying. It's easy to talk when you're not out there. Like, you know what I'm saying.
In real talk though, Bobo take playing out of position. Real talk. He probably should
He
be playing on power forward because he don't.
it power forward because there was issues with most teams. I'm telling you that part of the issue was with the other teams is they tried to get him to play center, but he told him he played power forward. Then they had a problem with him when he said that. That's part of the reason. I ain't saying that's the whole reason, but that's part of why they probably reduce his minutes as time went on after he got those 21 minutes or whatever the case may have been on those teams.
Because
Yeah.
I
Well,
know he was in Denver. Denver is pretty patient with developing guys. I don't
Well,
understand.
they didn't develop Bobo because I told you he told Mike Malone. I have sources that he told Mike Malone that he's not a center, he's a power forward. Then from that
that's the
point on,
problem. Then that's the
then that
problem.
point on, that Mike Malone took his minutes down.
That's the
So,
problem.
so you know what I'm
He's
saying. That's why I'm
because real
telling you.
talk, real talk. A lot of power forwards in the NBA right now, they really glorify small forwards. That's
I
all they
Because
agree.
look
are.
at
I
AD.
agree with you. I
Because look
agree
at
with
AD. AD don't want to play center with the Lakers, right? But he's gonna be forced to by default, or you know what I'm saying, for half of the season. Until they decide to pick up a big man, or they're gonna have Wooey help them out, bang with them with Embiid in them, because that shit gonna take a lot out of them. So
you.
AD say he gonna AD is projected to play 65 to 67 games this year to qualify for the All Star team next year. He have to.
Not
So
just the all-star team to get qualified for the awards also.
yeah, he ain't the only player. All players, all potential star players on each team got to play 65 to 67 games to be qualified for the All-Star team. They just don't go for AD, they go for a lot of other players too. Even Lamelo, if you want to be on a team, he got to at least play 65 games to 67 games to be qualified for the All-Star team.
Yep.
Same as
And
Zion
it's
Williamson.
and
Zion
it's
Williamson, same boat. Zion Williamson got to play 65 to 67 games to
and
qualify
it's
for the All-Star team.
and it's now this year coming in. It's now positionless. So get ready for the haberdassery. We about to see some stuff. Like now, where does that make sense?
We be ready to see a lot of upsets, y'all. Y'all think it's gonna be a lot of upsets this year, though? I mean, from these teams, even though we could give it down, but ESPN got these teams ranked there. But y'all, do y'all gonna see a lot of upsets this year?
Like in what the seeding?
The seeding and in general, the seeding in general.
Let's say I agree that Sacramento falls out the top 6. That's still a play-in team.
Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. I
So
don't
you
think they're
got
gonna fall out. Ooh, that's
finish.
gonna man.
You still got Sacramento, New Orleans. Unless y'all putting the Clippers in the top 6, the Clippers. Y'all said Dallas is a sleeper, so I'm assuming Dallas is not in the top 6.
Zion gonna be on Zion. Dallas gonna be number 7. They're gonna be have to eat
That's the
because
play-in.
they be playing. Yeah, because you know what? Because now since we got put some respect on the New Orleans Pelicans. Then okay, if Zion is projected to be healthy, the start of the season and goes all the way to let's say the first 35, 40 games. That's who we know. That's who we gonna find out who team's gonna be, who they are for real. So if it's Zion playing, I say I get Pelicans at the number 4th seed,
So
3
you
or
got
4
them in the
seed.
top 6. You got the
They're
Lakers
gonna
in
be
the top 6.
they're gonna be in the top 6 at best.
So do you got Denver in the top 6?
Denver is still projected the they got them ranked 1 right now, so we can't. I got Denver in top 6 since they lost some pieces over there, so I got them
What
in
about
6.
Phoenix? Is Phoenix?
Phoenix. I don't know. They if they don't they gonna over there in the West, they're gonna probably be the fourth seed. They don't even got to be number 1.
Who's your last 2 teams in the top 6?
Let me see. Golden State. I would say, watch out, we can't sleep on possibly Cleveland.
Cleveland is in the East. This is
Well,
the
well, well,
West.
we ain't gonna say Cleveland. My bad. We gonna say Utah. The
In the
development
top
team.
6?
I mean, they got a squad over there, man. So I mean, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I could be wrong. That might be 6 or 7. If 7 are gonna be playing,
Utah, man, stop,
you ain't gonna
stop.
put you ain't gonna give them a little bit of respect. I don't know.
No, no, they can compete. They can compete for a
That's not
play-in,
play. I said
but
playing
top
that. I
six?
said play.
Hell
I said
nah.
playing at best. I said at least a play-in. I said
Well,
that's what I give
A
them.
play-in, a play-in is cool, but
Yeah.
top six? Fuck out of here.
No, not top 6. I said playing at least at best.
but if you
Yeah,
got what I'm trying to figure out is that's bad news for Utah. If you got even if the Clippers team is half healthy and you got Sacramento in it, they don't have a chance.
If the Clippers are healthy, we got a healthy Kawhi Leonard and a healthy Paul George and the rest of some guys over there could be healthy. Then shit, they ain't nobody gonna. If they're in the Clippers division, nobody gonna beat the Clippers if they're healthy. It's gonna be about
You
health
know
to
the
the season.
Clippers is in a division with the Lakers and the Warriors, right?
Lakers is gonna be about health. I mean, Lakers got a D squad, but I hope them guys be healthy. I hope nothing don't happen to LeBron, if it's his foot or some shit, and I hope AD qualify for the games he expected to play for. So you know what I'm saying. So now
The
if that
Grizzlies
dude
are
if that
small.
dude go down, then it's gonna be a disastrous season for him. But other than that, they should be good to go.
Murga, who's your top 6? If you
give me a
still
moment. Hold on.
okay. Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't take the Grizzly. I mean, hey, Purple Baby, we ain't gonna take the Grizzly serious because, mind you, John Moran is gonna be suspended for the first 25 games. So,
Even if
so
he
that
wasn't suspended, they're too small. They
even if
got
he did, I don't think he's gonna
they
make it
got
to the playoffs. They're not making it to no playoffs this year, even if John Moran was playing.
Desmond Bain playing the 3. That's not going.
That's not gonna cut it. If they were smart, they would have kept Dylan Brooks, a defensive guy over there too. If they were smart, you know what I'm saying. But they're stupid. Now, no hate on the Memphis fans if they saw my ear. They stupid though for that.
All right, so yeah, I'm ready.
I'll
Okay.
go
So
ahead
you
with your
saw
top
my
six.
my top six for the West.
Yes.
All right, so number one, I got the Nuggets. Number two, I got the Pelicans. Number three, I got the Lakers. Four, I got the Suns. Five, I got the Clippers. And six, I got the Kings.
Mm. So you got that leaves OKC, Minnesota,
Yep,
Dallas.
I think Minnesota. I think Dallas. I think the Warriors. And yeah, I think those teams right there are going to
That's
be
the 4 playing.
competing.
They're
Yeah,
gonna be
I think those teams. I think those teams right there are going to be competing for the play-in.
Yeah.
playing. Yeah,
Yeah, I like your list. That's pretty decent.
yeah. Sacramento gonna be in there. There's no question about that. They just not gonna fall off the face of the earth like some people think. You know what I'm saying? But no, like we saying,
I
like
don't
we talking
think
about.
I don't think they're gonna be top four like they were this
Nah,
past
nah,
year. I
nah,
think they're gonna be
nah.
top six, but not top four.
Yeah. So you know what? So like I said, all Lakers gonna be in. Like I said, Lakers only have to focus on being the number one seed because that's too much pressure anyway. So if
Yep.
they can get if they can
I
get the
would
number three seed, something like that, they'd be fine with that. You know what I'm saying?
right. I agree with that. And I say let teams like Phoenix and if Dallas want to participate in them shenanigans, let them have that.
Let them let the Suns have the number one seed in the West. That's
Yep.
gonna be a lot of pressure on them anyway. Hey, we can't forget it. Hey, you know what? Over in the East, in the East we can't forget about the Milwaukee Bucks because Giannis, they got their squad. They got a whole good squad over there. So I don't think Miami gonna play over their head like they did last year. But I could be wrong. But they lost a lot of pieces in Miami.
So who's what about the East? Let's do the East. 1 through 6 first.
Well, that said the Bulls ain't gonna do shit. But I would say, man, I said the Bulls gonna be a play-in. I ain't gonna just count them out like that. You know.
Hey man, don't disrespect my Bulls like that,
I
man.
like the Bulls. I'm from Chicago, but that's I love them, but I just don't like the moves that they made. Some of the moves, but I guess they had no choice.
I
What's
mean, they ain't got no money.
They got money. They just don't want to spend no money. That's all. Why's going down the
No, they
island?
ain't. Their money tied up in three players.
Oh yeah,
They ain't
that's what.
going Zach, Vooch, and they ain't
Vooch,
going Demar.
Lamar right now. Well, we can't
Yeah,
count. We can't count Lonzo because Lonzo is sitting out right now. Lonzo
yeah,
let
moving.
they got yeah, they got I think
Yeah,
they got an injury exception going on right now, so
right.
yeah.
can't really
So
count Lonzo right
we
now.
can't count
So
Lonzo right now. So
What about Murgot? I mean Murgot. What's your top 6? My face is blue as fuck.
my top six in the East, I got I got Boston, I got Milwaukee. See, the East is a little bit harder because I got Cleveland. The East is just so hard, man, because it's really like every team is really like, to be honest with you, they all like average. Once you get aside in three, because you don't know, I can't put the Sixers because you don't know with the Sixers because they because of the
Harden.
James Harden situation.
Yeah,
So
I
so
agree.
right now I got Boston, Milwaukee, Cleveland. Trying to think.
New York.
well, hey, Purple baby, I got the Bulls in 6. I'm
I
be
got you. I got
You not gonna put New York in your top 6.
New York. Oh,
but
they need to
I
take
got
playoff
him in
team.
there. But I got him in
Uh,
there. I got him in there. I just got him in there around like 5 and 6. Because I'm
Okay.
trying to think of who's gonna be four.
Only teams
But
I would think you
but it's
got
probably going.
Miami, Atlanta, and
That's the thing
Indiana.
because you probably have to be Miami four. Then I don't like Indiana. I think Indiana's a play-in team.
Okay.
Um, so I got the Knicks at 5, and then 6. Man,
I got the Bulls,
I
man. Yeah,
mean,
I'm just put it out there. I got the Bulls in 6. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard,
and
man.
I can roll, and I can roll, and I can roll my Bulls at 6, but I mean, because you got to think about it. Teams like Orlando, Detroit, Charlotte, Wizards, like they're all like. Well, I'll say this right here though. I think Charlotte is going to be more decent than what people think with a healthy Lamelo and Miles Bridges back on the team.
Yep.
I think they're going to be a lot more decent than you think, but I still think they're a playing team. I don't think they're top six yet. I still think they still need time to develop. They need some better veteran players and to better veteran players. Because I think the issue with Charlotte is not going to be offense; it's going to be their defense. So, and it's mainly and it's not going to be the rim protection. It's going to be on the perimeter. So if they can get
Right.
rid of if they can flip Terry and Hayward, they get some better, it gets some starting level with three and D players along with having Miller and I start like they just need a 3 and D 2 that can just a 3 and D wing that can start for them. That's what they need. Somebody that can shoot threes and play
Yeah.
defense like a
Yeah.
Herb Jones. They need like a Herb Jones in the starting lineup, and they'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Right.
that's true.
I
But
agree.
we already know that's not gonna happen though. They're
Okay.
gonna be into their
So
contract expiry. Yeah, go ahead, Purple Baby. Yeah.
upon upon looking at last year's winning records, does Philly win less than 54 games this upcoming season?
Absolutely, they
Hmm.
do. Absolutely, they win less than 54. I don't. I mean,
Okay.
because you got to think about. Cause you got to think about it. James Harden not playing. So who? Right now, basically, I got them winning unless they make a drastic move.
They gonna win.
You know,
Gonna
I
win
got them
30,
winning. I
30
got them winning
games.
less. I got them winning.
Is Cleveland winning less than 51 games?
Well, my take on that, I got Cleveland. If they can do something, I got them win at least 40 games.
Okay, this is close so far then. So Cleveland at 51. Does New York win more than 47 games?
I don't know if New York gonna win 47 games. I say they're gonna probably be scratching 40. They possibly depend on where they land at. If they're gonna be playoffs straight in the playoffs, now play in, then it's gonna probably be a little lesser though. But
Does Miami go under 44 or over 44?
I think Miami. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one, but you can't count Miami out. We said they're gonna be the fourth seed, so we got at least they got at least 40. I say 40 games. I don't know if they're gonna win 40 over. Well, how many games I won last year? 44 games, right?
Yes, they
Uh,
won 44.
I got them winning less. I got them a little under. Well, I say 44 games less, but you see, I could be wrong.
Okay, and then a team y'all was talking about making the play in Charlotte. Now we know they was injured last year, so the year before they won 43. Do they win more than 43 or less than 43?
If Miles Bridges coming back, and if everybody healthy, we got the Grahams that's supposed to be pretty good, on defense and maybe a little bit of offense too. We should have been over
Oh,
40.
okay, Spike.
We
If
should win over. We should leave. Charlotte should at least win 45 games, and I'm being, because of Miles Bridges, and
if Flight is still here, Spike said, can he get the link? I don't think Flight, and I think Dex lagged off.
I think flight playing making really making some other stuff right now. Hey, Dex, drop that link.
Oh shit, this is not what I want to go to. I want to go here. Because if I believe in what Murgot said about Philly, hey, listen, I'm willing to go out there and say Charlotte can absolutely make a because if you got everybody winning around 40 to 45 games, Charlotte has outside of the top, I think he said, I'm assuming outside of the top.
Hold on, yo. Do the Sixers still got Tyrese Maxey, right?
Yeah.
So
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 last
so guess what? Guess what? We should be good with all Harden because, be honest with you, Tyrese Maxey was cooking before Harden got back because wasn't Harden hurt for a short period of time last year?
yeah, before Harden got
So so actually we should still be good, man. I think Sixers should still be decent. I don't know if they're gonna probably be tap knocking on the six, possibly seven. But
but I'm
but go
assuming
ahead.
Murgot got just I'm assuming just two teams winning 50 games, which means if you got the remaining teams all winning anything from 40 to 45, that's gonna be close. And Charlotte, if that's the case, can be in the top six. Which
I
means
think
go ahead.
no. I think Charlotte could be six. I think at best they could be a six seed. But I would like them to be a four seed. But they don't have to be. But if they can
I
not
think they can though, because if we only got realistically, if you got Philly winning less than because the teams that won 50 games last year was Cleveland,
hmm
Philadelphia, Boston, and Milwaukee.
Oh, that's the only team that won 50 games last year. Okay.
You had four teams that made it in the top six to win 50 games. If only two of those four teams are winning just 50 games and everybody else is winning 40, it's possible that Charlotte can get into the top six.
Yeah, they should get in the top six. I say top five at best. I believe they get their fifth position. Honestly, you know what I'm saying. I mean, four would be a little bit. A little, I don't want to jinx it, but I even got Charlotte in five. I say the
Oh,
bull. You know, say the Bulls. The Bulls, if they playing halfway decent, that could be a six. They got a chance too to be a six team because the Bulls did go to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying. You
catch
know.
catch the fade. Are you asking how many games they're going to win or how many games did they win? Because to me, I don't like. I think the Hawks flight ain't gonna like this, but I'm being respectfully honest. Yes, I know the Knicks made it into the top six. They was in the top five. They went on to the second round. They beat Cleveland. They own Cleveland in the regular season and in the playoffs. But with that being said, I feel like New York, Atlanta, if everything goes right for Charlotte, like some people think, and maybe no, I'm not gonna put Miami in that group. I'm gonna put Cleveland in that group.
What
Like
between
I think that's 40 something wins for those teams. Like I'm sorry, like they not at most maybe 45 for all
that,
the teams. I think
that
good little
yeah,
group.
yeah, we even talk about the we didn't count the we didn't talk about the Spurs, but we don't know what the Spurs. I don't even know what the Spurs gonna do, but I believe with the team with the new addition that they sent they got, I think they're gonna try. I think they're gonna be trying to make a push for the playoffs. So
I
we're
don't,
gonna see.
I don't know.
Uh,
Like
Atlanta. You said Atlanta. I think you got Atlanta. I say about a fourth, no, third seed. Atlanta, about third seed.
I just feel like I'm glad John Collins is no longer there, but I don't not like I'm not confident about this team at
Yeah.
all. I still think, which is nothing wrong with it being the Trey Young show. I don't care about that, but I'm like, what else do you have? Like, I know Clint Capella is there. I just don't like. I'm not. What's the name? Hawks. Yeah, I mean, but see, people keep saying the Hawks will be better than the Hornets this year. What,
We,
like,
we got we
like
got.
I don't, like,
I
I'm
don't
really
think so.
understand how is that so like.
We got every a panel a chat. We talking about healthy Lamelo, healthy Miles Bridges. Everybody come back healthy. So I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
I just
I don't think
because
that's gonna happen.
I don't hate Clint Capella. I don't think Clint Capella is a bad player, but I know Clint is still there. They got I can't think of his name. DeAndre Hunter is still there. We got DeJounte Murray. He's good at defense. Of course, Trey. I think Sadiq Bey is in Atlanta, but I don't know if he gonna start or come off the bench. I don't know what that's looking like. I think Charlotte and Atlanta is in the same tier. So to say that, I hope nobody is saying that they're just gonna be astronomically better than Charlotte. Like I don't.
Nah, yeah, yeah, no, yeah. I think it's gonna be like I said, man. Like shit. To be honest with you, though, because Atlanta Hawks was in the playing situation with Charlotte before too. So
Yeah,
shit, hell. So we can't even shit. Shit, who knows? Atlanta might be a play-in again. You never know. Charlotte could too, but I'm be hoping that Charlotte, cause at least with the Miles coming back too. No, bro, they're gonna be. I see them be at least a fifth seed.
yeah, I see them. If that's
Yeah,
the case and everything works out like it should have,
yeah.
not only do I think Lamelo will make an All-Star team, and he won't need. Well, they still need coaches votes the starting five, but he'll get selected within the starting five along with the fan votes. But if he does that, he's definitely not only getting into the All-Star game with the starting five, but he'll make an all NBA team. Now, what all NBA team he will make, I don't know. But he definitely should make one because Shea made one.
Yeah. He gonna make it. I think he played a little bit. Yeah, he played some defense. Lamelo, he trying to play defense. He just gotta be try not to be too aggressive and pick up 3 straight quick fouls like he sometimes do. Sometimes.
I don't know where Flight is with this link, and Dex just disappeared on us. Where Al
And
and
Dex in the background eating on some dinner. That was Mike Mute.
because I can't drop the link, and even if I could, I couldn't let Spike in because I don't
Yeah.
have that privilege.
Yeah, ain't no Mars. Yeah, Dex is a Mars, man. He gonna. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm glad
Yeah.
football about to start.
Yeah, I ain't actually look at the. I looked at the roster at the roster the other day. I ain't pulled it up right now. I'm just going off top of my head who I think might be in it though. But I think it's gonna be those teams though. But like I said, it's gonna be some upsets out there. Maybe it might be some upsets. Though. We don't know. Yeah, so it's gonna be very interesting on what they're gonna do to see. It's gonna be very interesting what we see. See, we'll see what's going on. That's everybody. I'm only one still here. Murgard. Everybody else is here. Dex, you still here? Yo. That's everybody at. So, but the chat, yeah, shout out to Starboy 23. Yeah. Yeah, Tyrese Maxey. I think Tyrese Maxey gonna go crazy for the Sixers, man. In my honest, in my opinion, I don't think they need a Harden.
California, we're gonna pull back up tomorrow.
All right, for sure, Flight.
Flight
Shout out to
Sports
Flight.
TV, man.
All
That's
right,
my
bro.
dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.